Welcome to Eric and Darrell Live. It is another fantastic Saturday, and we're here to party with you.
Wow, that's fancy. It focused on your hand. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's a fast focus there. Awesome. So I've been wanting to ask this question, but I always forget every week.
Fantastic.
Who is here for the first time? Anybody?
Oh, me? I'm first time.
Oh.
First time host. Yeah.
This guy over here.
Every time is like the first time. It feels like the first time. You know what I mean?
Well, we may not have any first timers, but we are going to do some call-ins today.
I want my TV.
Nice.
I can't hear.
You don't have your ears in?
I got my ears in. I don't know. Never had the levels quite right.
So yeah, we're gonna do a call in today, and mini call.
Sir Dieselot says I'm here for the first time.
Oh, hey, welcome, Sir Dieselot. Diesel. I like that. I like that name. That's cool. But what is up? Well, welcome to your first stream ever.
Never seen a stream before in his life.
Feel free to call in later as well. We're going to have a URL show up on the screen. We fixed a lot of things in the past calls. We had
extensive testing.
Yeah. So
about
what
15 minutes worth right before this.
Yeah. What was happening was, when you call in, you're put in this waiting room where you can't see anybody except yourself, and you're just waiting, right? And then when we pull you into our room. And then when we pull you into our room, then you get a notification that says you've been pulled into this room, but then you don't see us. You're just talking to us. And it was weird. So we did that for like 2 weeks in a row. Well, we fixed it, kind of. So now what happens is when you're in the waiting room, you're actually literally there with everyone else in the waiting room. So you can see and hear everyone else. They just pop up as little windows. You don't have to talk to anybody. If it's awkward, you just wave and
turn off your camera, mute yourself.
Yeah, put your thumb over it or something. I don't know. So we're slowly getting better. But now when we drag you over to our room with me and Darrell, you'll pop up on here on the stream. You can see us. Everything will be awesome. So if you've called in before, feel free to call in again, So now you can have the full experience. So anyway, so we'll do that in a bit.
So very true. Very, very, very true.
Very true. Very true. So get those quarters ready if you're out on the town and you can find a payphone somewhere. Then get those suckers going. So the movie that we put out this week was The Priceless Essence.
Oh yes, we finally released The Priceless Essence.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. So if you didn't know, I just kind of put it in the comments somewhere, but during the show or the movie, I guess you'll notice that I got all like facty. Like I started dropping facts about gold having a low or a high melting point, or is it a low melting point? I forget. But it's highly malleable.
With a low melting point, highly malleable and non-corrosive.
Non-corrosive, yeah.
This kind of material will be very useful for me. You're totally so dramatic.
Right? It's kind of like our, I guess too much Blade Runner or too much Terminator or, whatever. But it was basically that kind of genre. So anyway, the reason I was getting all factual about it was because it was a school report. So instead of like making a poster with all the, facts on there on gold or just writing a report, I asked the teacher if I could do a video. And they said, well, if it's informational, and I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry, it will be. And I'm like, dang it, I guess I'll have to throw those facts in there. That sucks, but okay, I'll do it. And then I got with Darrell, we got together, and we're like, okay, let's make this thing, and ended up going to the park and beating down some guy for some gold. Anyway, that was pretty awesome. And that was the old Huntsville downtown, because like if you ever come here, you'll see they remodeled that whole area.
Yeah, actually, we did the Tencel Trail, which is a video we released back right around Christmas time, because I went to Huntsville and we all went down there to look at the Christmas trees. That's that same area from Priceless Essence.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah, we were juniors in high school, I think.
Yeah, and I'd shaved my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I ever shaved my head.
Yeah.
So it was super short.
Was it actually shaved? Like, for some reason I don't remember it.
It was like super short. It was like buzz cut.
Okay. Oh, there's the awesome animation, 3D animation in the beginning.
The updated early light wave.
It probably took like weeks to render that.
Yeah.
And look at that 3D lettering. Anyway, let me see. And this, notice there's like light coming out of the window, right? Hitting my face. This was a mirror. And I just put this still image of a Star Wars coffee table book.
Yeah,
artwork on there, and I covered up the mirror, but the frame of the window is the mirror, and I shined a flashlight in the mirror and to hit my face. It bounced off the mirror and went right in my face. And so that's all that was. It was like a really easy special effect for its time. But let's see. Let me get to the Darrell scene here. Okay, so dude's like out here, and he's like, "Oh my god, I gotta start running." So he's running. Darrell's got the white.
Yeah,
you got the white shirt.
Oh my god! Yes.
That's our friend Dennis.
And then JD tackles him, and then here I come. Smack.
There's Darrell.
Smack.
Oh no, you had hair. You had hair.
Smack. Yeah, but it was like super short.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I had buzzed it. It wasn't shaved like down to the skin,
but you did that before though. You actually like shaved it all the way before. There's Darrell.
Yeah, see how buzzed it is?
Yeah. He's like, I left him for dead. It took his gold. And there's the gold hunter hiding in the shadows, about to spring to action.
Watching those punks made me realize that I need to rid the world of this problem.
That's awesome. So yeah, that's cool. We have lots of more skits. We have lots more 80s stuff, but we're like slowly kind of getting into the 90s a little bit. We're like scraping the outskirts of the 90s a little bit, as you've noticed on the channel.
Hey, while you're mentioning decades, let's I just want to talk about something that happened to me today. I was perusing YouTube, and it suggested for me this list of songs, like the top 50 songs from 1976. I'm like, oh, that was the year Eric was born.
Yeah.
So I put it on, and I'm just watching. Ah, hi, Susie. Your mom's here.
Oh, hi, Mom. I just heard that song today. Mom, I'm coming home.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, so I'm watching this video, and it's showing all these songs from 1976. And I was just like, this is going to sound dumb at first, but like 1976 was super 70s.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me. Because it's like, yeah, we were both born the mid 70s.
Yeah.
So we had, like a good 4 or 5 years of life, there in the 70s. And boy, was it 70s. You know, I mean, like Casey and the Sunshine Band had a bunch of hits going on.
Yeah,
and
ABBA and Bee Gees.
ABBA, Bee Gees. Eric forgot to change the stuff again. I think he just like really has it for the guy in his little speedo.
Oh, Mandy, thank you. I too am a fan of the ski cap. Eric, never change the Polaroid toboggan. Yes, I totally forgot again to change the, but anyway, who cares?
Yeah.
It's still funny. One day it's going to be Darrell doing that, and you'll want me to change it back to this guy. I don't know. Anyway,
gotta make that happen. Anyways, so yeah, the 70s was very 70s, and it's strange how very identifiable. It got me to thinking. I was just like lost in thought about all this stuff. You know, like we were so delineated by decades, and even long before that. You know, like you could see an image from the 50s and go 50s. You can see an image from the 20s and go 1920s. You know, so is there anyone in the audience right now who's around 27 years old? Because by my calculations, they would have been born around 1995, right? So we were born in 75, 76, 75. If they were born in 95, so that's the same distance until a marked change. And that change for us was the 80s. That change for them would be the 2000s. And for me, the last 22 years is just a blur. I cannot delineate between 2010 and 2005, 2016. Like I can't look at a photo and go, oh yeah. Well, I mean, I could have of myself, because I've been living my life and I'd remember, but you can't show me a random photo from the last 22 years and I'd be like, oh, I know what decade that was. I know what decade this was.
Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. I guess it'd be like the pop culture or just the culture itself, the styles, fashion, music, whatever, everything that just is culminates into the look of a year or a decade. They all kind of started to blend together. They all started to be kind of more I don't know what the word is, like harmonious or something. Like they all kind of came together, almost like a singularity, right? When everything averages out. So I forget what philosopher said this, but he said humans in the future, far in the future, thousands of years in the future, will all look exactly the same. We'll all be the same. We'll all look the same. Everything will be very harmonious because everything will average out. All the good and the bad will just meet in the middle. Everything will just meet in the middle. And we'll look like gray aliens or something. Maybe gray aliens are averaged beings from, right? Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so that's kind of what I'm talking about, like in the 2000s. Not that everything came together, but it came together just enough to not give it any kind of real standout personality,
So I want to know. So BFET Ship is about to turn 28.
Oh, okay, yeah, BFET Ship, yeah.
I ask you, sir, and please, if you can later on, call in and we can talk about this in depth. But I want to pose this to you. Has the last 22 years of your life, does it seem delineated by decades? And is it just to us, people who like existed before that, we just can't see it? Or does it all just seem like a big blur to you as well? So, because that's something I really miss, because and I know that in reality, like that's just not how the world works. Just because it's a year doesn't mean that things. Okay, now now all of culture just changed suddenly to this new thing.
Yeah.
However, I also started thinking about this earlier. Maybe subconsciously, that is kind of what happened as so we're in the 70s and we're approaching the 80s. It's a new decade, and we've gotten into this groove of every decade being different. Maybe on a subconscious level, as a culture, we just were like, it's 1980, it's time for some change. We need new looks and new everything. And then that persisted. And I know everything is a slow change, but still, I mean, hindsight being 2020, you go back and you look and you're like 80s, 90s. The 90s very different from the 80s, and you can identify it.
Yeah.
And from the 70s and from the 60s and from the 50s. And so I just want to know if we really have gotten to that homogenous point in culture where, like, I don't know, maybe technology is caught up so much. Because another aspect of like looking back at the past, like you look at a photo from the 1970s, they probably have rounded corners. It was probably square, and everything was kind of faded a little brown, and like, oh, that's definitely from the 70s.
Right. Yeah,
it's not
totally.
just the content, but now everything, I mean, I guess maybe, oh, well, that photo's only like, 1080 and not, fucking 12 megapixels or whatever. So that must have been, around the early 2000s or something. But I don't know. Is it just that everything has become the same? And is that why we're so, everybody seems to be like reaching out for the past so much now? Like nostalgia has become such a big thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of this post 2000 era.
Right. So I have two takeaways. One is the first time I really thought about this or had some sort of realization that this was happening was in high school somewhere around 1993, I think, or 94, when I was probably 94, because I started to really get into more 80s pop and stuff like Depeche Mode and Erasure and stuff like that. I had this resurgence of like pop, because in the 80s we were just, we only really liked metal or hard rock, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But in the early 90s it was like, oh, but there's all this other stuff that we miss. Oh, this is all awesome stuff. And then I had the realization, like watching MTV, going, man, the 90s really sucks. The 90s is taking away anything that's original and cool about a decade and just making it generic and going like, and here you go. Like I remember seeing like Nirvana and Pearl Jam up on the stage, just like wearing a flannel, like he was just chopping some wood, and then he's wearing jeans. I'm like, really? And like, and they're not really playing metal, although they have electric guitar. So I'm like, what is this exactly? And I'm like, but I don't see any like signature coolness or anything unique about this. And I remember movies were kind of generic at the time, and commercials, everything was becoming like just ordinary day-to-day kind of stuff, whereas the 80s were like fantastic and bold and crazy, and the 70s were too, and the 60s and on. But so I had that realization early on. We probably already had this conversation in the 90s, I'm sure of it at some point, but here we are having this discussion again. But and ever since the 90s, like now when I look back at the 90s, I go, no, I guess I could see what the 90s are all about. It's nostalgia, just looking at like dudes with flannels on. But at the time it was like, oh, that's just annoying.
Looking at dudes with flannels on.
And stuff like I don't know, some of the TV shows were kind of still trying to grab onto the 80s style. Like oh, what was that one that I didn't watch, but it was like a the one with oh shoot, man, what is the name? Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah, I never watched that.
I didn't either, but that was in the 90s, but it was kind of trying to be the 80s. Neon colors and just the style and even the attitude. And I was like, oh man, see, the 90s doesn't have anything to offer. They're still going back to the 80s and trying to grab from that. So you kept seeing all these 90s shows coming out, but really being like from the 80s era. And that just annoyed me even more because I'm like, come on, 90s, be your own thing. Like, so yeah, that was weird. And then ever since then, the 2000s, just more of generic 90s. And then the 2010s, pretty much just more generic 90s. I mean, like, I don't know, everything after like the mid 90s, it was just like, you know, I mean, they were great years, you know, nothing wrong with the year itself. But as far as, you know, if I was to pinpoint something from 2001 versus 2011, I couldn't, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, the other takeaway is how cameras look from the 80s versus the 90s versus the 2000s, and that's pretty amazing because we can both pinpoint that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we see comments all the time on our channel go, man, this wasn't filmed in 1989. There's no freaking way. It looks so clean. This looks clearer than videos in the 2000s. And you're correct, sir. Because in the 2000s, they just had the digital camera technology coming out, which meant really low resolution and very like
High
low
compression.
quality. Yeah, high
Yeah.
compression. It was just garbage because it was a new media. You know, it was a new technology, and it was the beginnings of it. That's why the end of the 80s was like perfecting the camera sensor being recorded to magnetic tape. They were just
Right.
like, they were at the best. I mean, that was the best that the technology had to offer. And then all of a sudden you just hit this wall. And on the other side of the wall, it's a new technology at the beginning stages. So it was just overnight, video just became garbage. I mean, you know, and that's just the way it is. So
But it was convenient
yeah.
because you didn't have to go by tape. It was already a file. You could just transfer
Yeah.
it to your computer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was easy. Yeah.
So like, who cares if it looks like shit? It's convenient.
Yeah. And now we're so far beyond we've been improving this technology for decades. So now we're in a very good spot to where our stuff looks better than it did in the 80s. But it didn't look better than it did in the 80s for a long time until probably the end of the 2000s, beginning of the 2010s. It's finally started to kind of get on the end. And I'm talking consumer cameras here. I'm not talking like film, you know, cinema grade cameras. You know, so around 2012 or 2011 or so, they start to pick up. And now there's just no contest. I mean, obviously it's, you know, you can buy a cinema camera and put it in your pocket, you know. I mean, you know, obviously like your cell phone has an excellent camera on it, you know. So,
Shoots 4K. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's my two takeaways on that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. That's a good topic.
Yeah. There you go. That was my mindset of the day.
I did see some comments about ham radio. So South Florida, is your name South Florida DCL? Said, either of you two ever get into ham radio? And then my mom said, someone mentioned ham radio in chat. Eric, remember the ham fest? I remember the ham fest. My dad was a big ham radio guy way back. And
That's right. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, way back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. He did ham radio for a long time. And yeah, I never got into it. I always thought it was really cool. And I always kind of had daydreams that I could have a show that other people could hear, like we do now, right? But like being able to broadcast it. And, you know, and back then it was illegal to broadcast unless you had a license. So, but you could probably get away with broadcasting to the neighborhood. So I always thought, man, that'd be so cool to broadcast all over the neighborhood. But how would I tell people it's there? They would need to know the exact frequency and listen in, because I was like, we could have a radio show and who knows what we could do. That'd be awesome. And then I remember asking my dad about, you know, broadcasting it over UHF or VHF, you know, UHF probably, because VHF is, and it's like, no, you need a high powered antenna or a transmitter, and You need to be real high elevation. I'm like, we live on a mountain, I'm like, let's do this. And he's like, no. Because I was like, man, me and Darrell could have a show. People could actually tune in and watch us. And so that was always my dream as a kid, having just some way to broadcast something. So I never got into ham radio because we couldn't broadcast with it. And I wasn't really interested in like talking one-on-one to
Talking
anybody.
to random people out there.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a kid. Probably would have been dangerous, really, if you think about it. But yeah.
And thus, Eric describes the plot of that movie with Christian Slater.
Oh, yeah. What was that one? Someone knows it.
Pump up the volume.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Good soundtrack.
Yeah. Shoot, I don't really remember much about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in ages.
But they had like a pirate radio station or something?
Yeah, that was like his shtick.
That was the deal.
And then at the end, I think like the cops are coming after him or something. Well, and his nickname was Happy Harry Hardon. Is that right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh, and everybody's favorite. Not that.
What? UAH. Oh,
you ate that? I just typed it wrong.
It's like University of Alabama, Huntsville.
But yeah, that was that just made me want to have a TV station even more. It was like, no, it's not really doable.
Speaking of Weird Al,
yeah,
I just happened to be tooling around on oh no, I remember why now. Yes, I was doing research for something I was writing, and so I was looking on the VBC's website.
Mm-hmm.
Weird Al's coming to the VBC.
Wait, when?
Yeah, I think
like this summer
in like 2 months.
Let's see, Huntsville. Okay, so we have concert hall, blah blah blah. Okay, here we go. All right, so the dates are it's like Toronto, Knoxville. Oh, that's here we go, right here, August 19th. How much are the tickets?
I don't know, but unfortunately for me, I'll be out of town working, so I wasn't able to.
Okay, $73, $90
to go.
161. Wow, that's cool. So it's indoors. Man, they should do it outdoors. Huntsville has that new amphitheater. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard
so
of
this
it.
isn't like sold out. How do I know if it's sold out? I guess it's not. If it's like
click on the section,
I'm able to like click on it. Like if I want to buy this one, can I just buy it? Is it going to start showing me my credit card number right in front of everybody? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could buy it. Two of them is $208. Okay. Well, shoot, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
August 19th. That's in like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, there's a surprising selection of pretty good shows coming up in Huntsville. I was surprised.
Yeah.
That's all of the surprising.
Yeah, the Orion amphitheater is a really kind of a unique thing for Huntsville. I mean, it's like a big, like Roman Colosseum looking thing.
Yeah,
it's pretty epic. Yeah, I just sprung up like ding.
Let's see. That was September 19th. Is that right?
Jack White,
Weirdo.
The chain supply, the supply chain issues tour. That's a downer. REO Speedwagon. Yeah, there might be some cool stuff here. Maybe Vince Neil will show up.
Ah, jeez. Please, no.
Sweet. Please no.
Was it September 19th? Is that right?
August 19th.
It was August 19th?
Yeah. August 19th. Oh no, wait.
No, August 30. Wait. Is that Huntsville? That's not Huntsville. Topeka Performing
never
Arts
mind.
Center.
Oh.
Where the hell are you?
Never mind. Yeah, it was the 19th though.
Okay.
It was the 19th in Huntsville, but that's somewhere else. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, actually, I am free that day, but I do fly to Vegas the next day.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could go to the show and then go home.
Right. I've always wanted to see him. I've never seen him live. My niece has seen him. I haven't. I think my sister has too. Are you in here, sister? Oh, she is in here. Oh, she says I have tickets. See, there you go.
Ah, she has tickets.
Yep. All right. Well, there it is.
Doesn't even mention it. Doesn't even mention it to you.
Right.
Golly gee whiz.
Golly gee. All right. Well. Oh yeah. So I want to mention some stuff that I watched this week. Still watching Quantum Leap. I'm at the end of season 2.
Sam.
It's like our go-to show to watch when me and Kim are like eating dinner or something. We're just watching that. Sam. Samantha. But the other thing I watched this week was Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
You sent me the link to that, and I still haven't watched it.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. It's really good. Like they have just enough like modern time, like jokes as you would expect. Obviously, there's a bit of time travel in there, so it's kind of a Bill and Ted's, so they can kind of get acclimated to the future. And anyway, it's funny. They have some good stuff in there. So I watched that, and I did some searches. Usually, I always do like searches on BTS's or behind the scenes or interviews or just something, right? I want to know the story of this. So now YouTube is always recommending Beavis and Butthead videos to me all the time, which is great. I don't have any complaints. But then it just gave me a trailer the other day for the new series debut in August. And we knew it was coming, but I'd forgotten when, and now there's an actual trailer, and this is also going to be on Paramount Plus. And the movie was kind of a to get the buzz up for the series and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be coming out next month. And the trailer is pretty awesome. They already put out a clip from the show.
But wait, didn't you play the trailer last stream?
I did for the movie, yeah.
For the movie? Wait,
yeah, for the movie.
Wait, there's a difference between the movie and the TV show?
Yeah, because there's a movie, feature film, and then there's a series. Okay. It's going to be, a full season of shows. And so there's a clip, there's a long clip.
I'm assuming it's a different cast than the movie.
A different cast? I mean, no, it's still Beavis and Butthead. It's the same old Beavis and Butthead. Wait, what were you thinking?
I was talking about
Quantum Leap?
Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah, because I was talking about that last time. Yeah, and we showed the trailer. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Now this is Beavis and Butthead. So Beavis and Butthead series is coming out.
Oh, is this the one where they're old?
No, but I think they've gone to the future or something. I'm not real sure what's going on in the show. The movie was great. It's a standalone, obviously, but the show is so instead of them sitting on a couch and watching MTV, this might be sad. What they're doing now is they're sitting on a couch commenting about TikTok videos. So yeah, I don't know. There's a clip from one of the episodes that already on YouTube on the Paramount Plus channel. But maybe it'll work. I mean, I watched a clip, it's funny, but I'm just like, it's kind of sad that, we've gone from MTV to TikTok. But if you think about it, TikTok is kind of MTV, right? It's licensed music and people lip syncing to them. The same thing as MTV. So, just shorter form. You don't get the full song anymore. But yeah, anyway. But I have the trailer here. If anybody in the world is interested in seeing this excellent Beavis and Butthead trailer for the TV show that is about to be out, then I will play it right here. It's pretty excellent. All right, here it is.
Now that you've seen them do the universe, it's time for them to do a new series.
Beavis, what are you doing?
Nothing.
This is gonna be cool.
Ow! Ow! Was that your butt or my butt?
I don't know.
Yeah. No! Fire! Where's the bathroom?
Down the hall to the right. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm Butthead, ass face.
Which one of those is your name? And which one is what you're calling me?
There's a mosquito on your face right now. Hold still. I'll get it for you. He's a tough little fella.
Is it gone now?
No. Another clue.
What do we do with it?
Elementary, my dear dumbass. What the hell is going on here?
We have a bountiful harvest of produce and crafts.
Well, we just came here to break stuff.
Beavis and Butthead are back with an all-new series streaming August 4th exclusively on Paramount Plus.
It's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that gives me hope for the world.
Awesome.
Just what we need right about now.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that's coming up next in a couple weeks, and I think they're just dumping the entire thing on Paramount Plus, so you can watch it all in one day. So cool.
Very cool.
Also in TV news and things like that. Speaking of reboots, I think it's pretty wild that there's been a reboot to a popular 80s show or movie every week announced. Every time we have an episode, I'm like, oh, here's a new reboot. Well, this week a new reboot, and this time Max Headroom is getting rebooted.
Oh.
So from Halt and Catch Fire creator, I'm not sure who that is. So this is going to be on AMC, and I think Hulu maybe has AMC stuff on it. I don't know where it's going to be streamed, but there's a couple of writers tweeting about it right now. Okay, Christopher Cantwell, I interrupt this broadcast with a cyberpunk announcement of epic post-future proportions. I am writing a new Max Headroom series for AMC starring Matt Frewer as Max Headroom, produced by the mad minds of Elijah Wood and Daniel Noah of Spectre Vision. Nice. Elijah Wood, really? That's pretty...
I gotta say, I'm familiar with the character, but only in bits. I never watched.
Who is Führer?
The show.
Matt. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Oh,
what
it
have you done
opened
now?
up. Matt
Frewer.
Who is this guy?
Oh, it's the guy who was Max Headroom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, it better be him, right? Like, I kept thinking it was like someone else. Oh, is that with him with a beard? Oh, he's all like
Yeah, you know,
1800s looking.
every once in a while you'll pick him up in some new show or movie or something. You know,
Yeah.
he's around.
Oh, I did some Sherlock Holmes. Well, cool.
It's
Oh,
elementary,
look
my
at
dear dumbass.
that. They're putting makeup on him. See, I still think that could be you, Darrell. Don't y'all think that Darrell could look like Max Headroom? I still think we should do a skit.
Let's go for
I
it.
do. I does.
Hey guys. Question: what's your favorite restaurant? Okay, let me start by asking: are we talking widely available chain restaurant, or are we talking? I mean, like I live in Atlanta. There's a lot of restaurants here in Atlanta that
Yeah.
aren't anywhere else, so you'll never have heard of them.
Yeah.
So what exactly are we looking for? Are we looking for like the old classic, you know, you can find them in every fucking town kind of place?
Like Subway or something?
Our
Or
favorite
Schlotzsky's?
our favorite restaurant when we were a kid growing up in the
Oh.
80s.
I liked Mr. Gaddy's.
Mr. Gaddy's. So to answer that question based on favorite as a kid, I'm gonna have to say Darrell's.
Oh, Darrell's, yeah. What a wild. I mean, was that just a Huntsville thing?
No, they had them. It may have just been an East Coast thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it
there's
was-
the logo. Yeah.
DRYL''S. So it was,
I look how like ornate that place was. Wild.
yeah, it was massive. It was this absolutely huge building,
And they have a circus tent.
they had like different sections, and different sections were styled differently, but yet it all kind of flowed together. They
Yeah.
had two special booths that I remember. One of them was an elevator.
Yes, there was an elevator. Yeah, and there was a jail.
And there was a jail.
You could eat in the jail, which
You
is
could eat in
funny.
the jail. There was also a double-decker bus inside the restaurant
Oh, that was cool. That was I don't see that picture though.
that
But
had
that's
tables in it
Yeah,
you could eat at.
that was a really awesome place.
And then there was like a Ferris wheel like car or something.
Yeah, yeah, Ferris wheel. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Wow, that's wild.
And it just
See if I
had
just-
tons of kitsch, you know. And this was like before like Applebee's. So it
Yeah.
had,
Oh, there's the bus.
yeah, there's the bus.
Yeah, you could walk in there. There's the tables. Yeah, that place is wild.
It was just wild and crazy, and just like it just like overwhelmed your senses. It was so cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's
and I think the food was good. I think that's the way I remember it.
yeah. I mean, I didn't hate the food. It must have been good. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, that place is cool.
In fact, I think the last time I ever went to Darrell's in Huntsville before it closed was with you and Sean.
Oh, really?
So this must have been when we were all working together.
Oh, okay.
So this would
Yeah.
have been early 2000s, 2000,
Yeah.
2001, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, other than Darrell's, I think as a kid, I liked all the pizza places. Mr. Gaddy's was a local pizza place. It could have been a chain, I don't know, but other than that, I loved Showbiz Pizza.
Showbiz, of course.
'Cause
Yeah.
obviously go play video games and stuff. The pizza was good. I remember thinking it was good, but obviously it's for the video games
Right.
and stuff. In the
What
show,
about like Japanese steakhouses? Did you guys ever go to those?
Oh
the
yeah,
hibachi, where they go, oh, Japanese egg roll, oh,
yeah. There
flaming
was like a
volcano.
Shogun. Yeah,
Yeah, Shogun.
Shogun or something. Yeah, yeah. I thought that was cool. We didn't really go that much, but yeah, it was kind of a real treat when you could go.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was cool. And of course, Pizza Hut. I mean, being a chain, obviously, but Pizza Hut was always crazy because you would always get up and dance like Jagger.
Ooh, Archibald Kelly says Piccadilly. Ate a lot of Piccadilly. My dad
Oh,
was a
that's
big fan of the buffet.
Oh, Bob Droll.
It's Larry!
Hey guys.
What's up?
Perfect fucking timing. We were just talking about Darrell's and Piccadilly.
Oh, Piccadilly.
Piccadilly.
Yeah,
Now,
Piccadilly is
Larry and
awesome.
I used to go to Piccadilly together. What are your fond memories of Piccadilly?
Well, back in the day, it was the roast beef, and then the mashed potatoes with the gravy. 2 rolls.
Yeah.
2 rolls. Yeah, yeah. That was a good place. They didn't have the best rolls though. That would be
Quincy.
Red Lobster had awesome rolls, and so did what was that Italian
Well,
place?
but that's a different kind of the cheese.
Yeah, it was a cheese roll.
Cheese biscuits.
Yeah, they're biscuits.
They were,
Oh, okay.
yeah, those were
That's true.
biscuits.
That's true. Yeah, because the other one would have been that Italian place. What was that Italian place where you have like unlimited biscuits? You know what I'm talking about?
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden. That's the one.
No. Larry's right on this. It was Quincy's, right? Quincy's
Yeah, the
Steakhouse.
big fat
They had
yeast
the yeast rolls, and you get the honey butter.
I ate the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Awesome. So what you up to tonight, sir?
Well, I just got back from dinner.
Where'd you eat?
Strange that we talk about Piccadilly. I ate at a local restaurant called Rolo's, which is
Oh yeah.
pretty
Oh, is that the one
similar.
with the train?
Yeah, there's a tiny train up above near
On
the
the
ceiling
ceiling.
that goes around the entire place. You never noticed the train?
I've only been there twice.
The one
Oh,
on it's on airport,
Pittsburgh.
right?
Airport
Yeah,
Road?
yeah, airport.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they don't have it anymore. It's been
Yeah,
ages.
I walked in, my wife and I walked in, and that put the average age of the attendee there down to about 83. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
for older folks, kind of like
Yeah, that's
Piccadilly.
good thing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. South Florida DCL also said, "Have you thought about opening a restaurant, Eric and Darrell's?" Not
Okay.
really.
Let's go into the restaurant business.
Well, I probably wouldn't eat at Eric and Darrell's. They both, I think, eat quite a bit more healthy than I do, and as we've
Well-
I think discussed on here, as Darrell likes to tell me every time, Larry, you still eat as if you're 6 years old. So that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
Well, the restaurant could be called Macabre's. Macabre, and they could have like terrible food. I mean, not terrible tasting, but not healthy.
Yeah, just like pizza and cheeseburgers and mac and cheese, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it could do the whole like horror theme. Like, yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. And what was the other restaurant y'all were talking about? Darrell's?
Yeah,
Yes.
Darrell's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was great, man. That was
Love that place.
that was really good. That was really
Did you ever sit in the bus?
I think I did once. I
Yeah.
think I did one time.
For some
you-
reason, I always wanted to sit in the jail. I thought the jail
Yeah.
was cool.
Or maybe it was the jail we sat in. I don't
What was your favorite restaurant as a kid?
What age?
I don't know. Just pick one.
I mean, like Showbiz Pizza when I was under 10.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
was,
we mentioned that. Yeah.
As you know, Piccadilly was probably pretty up there. I think a lot of people my age had fond memories of that place called Britling's in the
Where the medical mall is.
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Yeah. That my dad took me there a couple of times.
yeah, where Steve's Cards and Comics.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was. But I'd only eaten there a couple of times, and so it didn't rank up there real high with favorites. But as I was growing up, I mean, locally, Jay Gregory's Pizza, that was good. And then I did like going up there to that place that was in our video from back then, the Mill. Or maybe
the mill was good.
Right, yeah, the mill.
maybe it wasn't there, but we talked about it. No, it would have been there back then, right?
Because didn't they give you the pizza without sauce?
Me?
Yeah.
He never
I ordered the.
he never remembers this story, and this came out of his fucking mouth.
You ordered it without sauce, and they thought you said sausage, and they thought you said sauce. So they removed the sauce, and you just ate dry bread with pepperoni and sausages rolling around on it, I guess.
Yeah, but we ate it anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean,
We ate most of it and then took it back like 2 slices.
Pac-Man Arcade at Pizza Hut. No, but they did have the tabletop Galaga. That's what.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wow, there's a Canadian flag bouncing around.
Yeah, Pizza
That
Hut.
must mean mildly Jessica's in the house, eh?
Hey. What's up? Where's the place that you would say, Larry, that you ate that is like you feel shame for eating there and liking it, like somewhere because everybody's got the place that they
Anywhere he eats.
I was gonna say, I don't know. The problem is I don't know if I have much shame about it. Is the
Crystals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'd say
you know,
Crystals is number one on that.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
list.
it's got to be Crystal. Like, I've had like multiple. I've had multiple employees insist that I'm like one of 3 people they know that will eat Crystal sober. So
right.
And for those of our viewers that aren't in the southeast portion of the United States, it's kind of like White Castle.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, little square burgers,
With just a thin layer of meat. As thin as a credit card, like you can't even see it.
They don't have holes punched in them like White Castle.
It's more of a suggestion than it is a burger.
The place that I used to eat that I always kind of felt shame and didn't really tell many people was the bowling alley, because I could just run to the bowling alley, eat a quick hot dog or hamburger. They had both. They had fries too. That's it on the menu, right? Oh, corn dogs, I think. All the crappy food, right? They just microwave everything. Throw that in my mouth and get back to the Mortal Kombat machine. So I could just get dinner out of the way and then get to work,
There you go. What character did you play? What was your preferred?
Depends on which one.
Original MK.
Oh, just the first one? Scorpion, mostly. Scorpion and Raiden. Those 2, yeah.
And then progressed, what else did you do?
And 2, Katana.
I was gonna say you were one of the women. I knew you were.
Katana Melina. I did a combo.
It's hard to beat the people that knew what they were doing when they played the female character.
Yeah, and Shang Tsung was good too, because you could be anybody you want to, but you had to know every character inside and out, which I did. So I loved playing Shang Tsung. And then 3 came out, and I was still Shang Tsung. But yeah, but Scorpion always stuck with me. Everyone.
That's always Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. I see some Sub-Zero in the chat room here. Sub-Zero was great though. I love
all
him.
I ever played.
He wasn't my go-to though, but
That's all I
you were
ever played
Sub-Zero.
was Sub-Zero.
So me and Darrell fought. Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
Get over here. I didn't remember Darrell playing Mortal Kombat. He was the first one I remember playing.
Gauntlet.
No, what the hell was the other fight? Street Fighter.
Street Fighter? Yeah.
Whoops,
Street Fighter.
But don't forget, there are many fighters like you all over the world.
Try again, kid. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid. Oh. So weird. Yeah.
Yes, I feel partially responsible for introducing Eric to Mortal Kombat because I never saw him again after that.
That's
Let
right.
me ask
Yeah.
this, since we're talking about those video games, it was similar to Mortal Kombat. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I think you played dinosaurs. It was like Primal something.
Rampage.
No, Rampage was the one where you were either the lizard, the
And
monkey.
you're destroying the city.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
no. This was like a more graphic, along the lines of Mortal Kombat. But I think you were
Rage.
Primal Rage.
I think it was just
No,
was the
Yes.
first one Rage.
Yes.
Yeah,
Primal
yeah.
Rage. Yeah, you're right.
Primal Rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being for a video game system. I just remember it being in the
At the arcade.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I remember seeing it, but I never
think
got
played
into
it one or two times. I don't remember it being a thing for me.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Why is that one so fat?
I don't know, right? It's all huge. I don't think you could do combos. I don't think it was very.
Is that Barney? Jesus Christ.
I love you. That's finishing.
The other one I got way into big time was
Killer Instinct.
Maybe that
Yes.
was it.
But you know what?
That-
I
yeah.
rarely played it on like console. It was always console. It was always like the Nintendo 64. That's how I played it.
Oh, that's how you play. Yeah, I
Yeah.
only played it at the arcade, but yeah, that had some wild freaking combos. I mean, 112 hit combo. I mean, there was some crazy stuff. But yeah, there was lots to memorize, and it was really crazy because the internet had just come around. Before it was graphical, you could still connect to the Usenet and download like, text and print it out and stuff like that. So people would share, combos and like secret moves and stuff. Especially with Mortal Kombat, like with the fatalities, right? Because nobody wanted to share. You don't want to share that secret knowledge. You want to, hoard it for
Yeah,
yourself.
I remember when they did the fatalities and the babalities and the friendship.
Right, the friendship, the little rainbow.
Toasty.
But yeah, we would get online and print out all the special moves and then study them and practice them with no one around. And then we'd go to a high populated mall and then try it out. Here's our knowledge, yo. And then
Of course, let's be honest, back in that
That's our
time,
knowledge, yo.
all malls were highly populated. As
yeah,
opposed to
but
now.
we would go to like a pizza shop where they had like a Mortal Kombat in the back and nobody ever played it. That way we
I
could sit
remember
there
you
and
took
practice.
me to some it was like a go-kart place or something.
Oh, it was
Southern Adventures.
yeah, Southern Adventures. It was a putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
Or they had,
Over by
golf.
where Jennings.
Right.
Yeah. Southern Adventure.
Yeah. So yeah, you took me there once because you guys had found that they had a Mortal Kombat machine and like no one ever went there
Yeah.
because you'd go in the middle of the day and there was no one there, so you just
Yeah.
had it all to yourself.
Yeah, and you could try all the combos without the stress, of people around or doing whatever, making mistakes. You could just, study by yourself and get good. And then when you want to really like show it off, you go to a mall. Like that was the thing. You would go down to the Birmingham Mall or you'd go to the Huntsville Mall.
Drop a stack of quarters.
Yeah, and you would just live there. They'd be like, "Dang, somebody kicked this kid off, man. He's been here for like 2 hours." And it's like, "Hey,
All
baby,
you gotta
this
do
is
is
my
make
life." It's like, this is what I studied my whole life to do. So like, yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah,
Time.
as I look back, it very much is clear to me that Eric was the kid I wanted to kick his ass back then, like in real life. Like I'm waiting to play the game, and you got the ass that's been up there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Me, I'm great at video games.
I would sometimes, like, if I sensed that somebody was actually really getting angry, like, I wouldn't make eye contact for one thing. But if somebody was truly getting angry and I got the sense that I was about to get beat up, I would let them win. Like, I was that guy. I would be like, oh, I don't want to start anything, like I would actually.
Oh, well, now I never would have actually gotten a physical fight with
No, but there were a couple guys that were actually violent. They would be like, they'd punch the machine or something like that, or they'd yell at their friend, and I'm like, oh God, you know what I mean? So, and if I'm like, like 13-year-old kid or a 14-year-old kid, I'm like, okay. And this guy's like, obviously old, he's got a beard, so I'm like, oh.
He's probably 18 at the time.
Right.
Well, no, Eric was 18 at the time.
Right.
Wait, was that? Yeah, I kept playing until I was probably about 20.
No, yes.
Beating up on the 12-year-old.
But
yeah.
I'm just saying Mortal Kombat came out like probably our senior year. So 94.
Yeah.
So
see.
we were already 17, 18 years old.
Let's see. Mortal Kombat 2 came out in 93. So that video that we just put out this week, that was the year that came out, 93. We were juniors in high school. Yeah.
Or seniors.
Oh. You were
I graduated in 93.
Because
okay.
the first half of senior year would have been in 93.
Okay. So if that were the case, then I'd have been, what, 17, 16?
Yeah.
Or 17? And then
we were definitely driving age because we were going down to the bowling alley by ourselves.
Yeah. In the middle of the night sometimes. Did I get busted sneaking out of the house once? Was my mom still in the chat?
Darrell, it was not possible for Darrell to get busted sneaking out of the house because he would insist on leaving a note for his mom.
I didn't want them to worry.
Looking back, it was absolutely the responsible thing to do. But back then, it's like 2 o'clock. Hey, man, you want to sneak out? Yeah, what are we going to do? I don't know. All right, yeah, we'll do it. Let's go. All right, you ready? Yeah. Darrell, what are you doing? Oh, I'm leaving my mom a note. Leave it on his little dresser.
Well, I mean, come on, doesn't that make sense? Like, look, you're a parent, you wake up and you go into your child's room and they're not there, they're gone. No explanation. Wouldn't you just fucking panic? Or leave them a note. Now, if I successfully snuck out, they'll never read that note.
That's right.
But if they did catch me, at least they wouldn't be worried. They would just be pissed.
Yeah.
Like I said, looking back on it, it's brilliant philosophy. When you're 13 and you're trying to be cool and sneak out, and your buddy's like, "Well, I'm gonna leave mom a note." It just wasn't.
And Mandy, I think that's what I wrote. Dear Mom, I snuck out of the house. Be back later.
Right.
Or something like that. I don't know. But
Call me on my cell phone.
didn't have cell phones back then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, hey, I have something special. Special.
He's got something special.
And I'm not sure how I can display it here, but let me see if I can. Let me see if I can try. What I really wanted to do was turn Larry into a Disney character. So, and I think I did it. Let's see if I can. Because we did this to ourselves before. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God. It's fucking creepy.
Right?
She
Why
is.
Why is the neck so skinny? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. So okay, so this is I took all these frames from the
video.
from the video, and okay, so here we are about to leave the house, and there's another shot there. It's kind of cool, you know, keeps the hair and everything. There's the mom.
Oh, mama.
She looks very worried.
Oh, what do you boys like to vacuum the floor? I guess it's about time we go now, Darrell.
And there's that face. There's that awesome
Oh,
face.
is that where he's going?
Yeah.
Doing the face.
Guys, hey, that's my old video store in the background.
Yeah, what
Bucks.
is it? $2. I had to do that one.
Part of Airband was shot at that place.
Yes.
There's the famous shot there. Trash face. There's the random walk and talk. Yeah. There's a little outro. I didn't do
Oh my
anything
God.
with the dog though, but
Nikki.
that's right, Nikki.
Man.
But yeah. Anyway, that's what I got. I was just playing around one day, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun.
$2.
$2. But we want to do some calls. You're gonna stick around after the intermission, Larry, and do some calls with some people.
Yeah, I think I've only done calls one time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we upgraded the experience, so it should be more streamlined.
Yeah, I did the call. I did the episode where the call came in, and everybody thought I was mad because I had some technical issues on my end, and the caller was talking about like computers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
My stuff crapped out, and then all the comments were like, "Larry's pissed. He logged off because he's bored of talking about computers." And I was like, texting Darrell like, "I'm trying to get back on." So
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a little simpler this time.
what are we going to talk about?
Whatever people want to
People
talk
call
about.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
whatever
call
they-
in, give us a topic, question, comment, sing us a song. I don't care.
Unscripted.
Unscripted. Okay, so we're gonna go to intermission, and maybe you guys will buy something from one of our sponsors.
What did we do?
or
Did
Any of
I
the
already
stuff
miss
for sale.
the? Usually we have all kinds of stuff when there's a super chat. They're
Yeah.
icons.
Yeah. We had some stuff going on earlier when we had super chats.
I just
Yeah.
I just see something about. Okay.
Wait, you see another super chat? I don't see any new
I don't know.
super
It's
chats.
above Darrell.
Maybe it was.
That's our latest
super,
one.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
last one, but it was a while
That
ago.
just stays up there.
And then we get y'all guys got a new subscriber at some point. When you-
Oh yes, yeah, we
Yes, we
did.
did.
Oh man, I don't know if I can say that word. Hey, Deliza Zapeda. I can't say anything. Thanks for the subscription. But anyway, I'm having
Intermission.
to go back in time and reuse a vintage intermission because I had working on a lot of stuff. This is one of my all-time favorites, though. This is an excellent one. But anyway, we'll be right back in 13 minutes. So there he is. Where's the button? Where the button is? Oh, there it is. All right. So we'll return after these messages.
Tonight's ABC's Sunday Night Movie will continue in a moment. New Year's Eve, the party starts at 8, 7 Central and Mountain when Hardcastle and McCormick move to Mondays with an all-new episode. New Year's Eve couldn't be better when Hardcastle and McCormick moved to Monday nights at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Actress Mary Lou Henner, 7:30 Monday.
I get up and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. I can't just see me standing here. I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Oh, might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Oh, hey you, who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know, you won't know until you begin. I can't just see me standing here. I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Oh, might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump.
Somebody have any change? Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
That's fully clean.
That's fully clean. You're not fully clean unless you're that's fully clean.
Do I look clean to you? Surprise. I'm not fully clean unless I'm zestfully clean. Zest leaves a sticky film on you that won't rinse away, but Zest rinses you fully clean.
Zestfully clean.
You're not fully clean unless you're fully clean.
Feel the magic, hear the roar. The Thundercats are here.
Thundercats! Ho!
A team of brave and bold superheroes with Panthro the Deadly, a master of the fighting art.
And a little more.
A master mechanic. Panthro is the builder of the thundering Thunder Tank. Panthro the Deadly, a member of the mighty Thundercats. Don't miss the action.
Thundercat.
Weekday mornings at 8:30 on Super 55.
Show and tell time.
Another teddy bear? My teddy's name is Teddy Ruxpin. He talks, he tells stories,
Full batteries not included.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
Yeah.
I really enjoy talking to people. I would like you.
Teddy Ruxpin, the storytelling bear, comes with illustrated book and cassette from Worlds of Wonder.
Listen, just taste this chicken cacciatore and you'll know why they named these new microwave ad meat dinners Hunt's Minute Gourmet. Not Hunt's Minute Edible or Hunt's Minute Acceptable or Hunt's Minute Pretty Good. Hunt's Minute Gourmet. That's how good they are. Just add your fresh meat to Hunt's rich gourmet sauce, then simmer in their microwave cooking bag. Mmm. And there's Oriental beef, Cajun pork. New Hunt's Minute Gourmet. Not just okay, gourmet.
There's always lots to see on Punky Brewster. There's rock and rollers, alien beings, strange mutants, lots of hammy acting, overgrown teenagers, celebrated sports figures, funky hairdos, disco dogs, home decorating, and fashion tips. So keep your eyes on Punky Brewster.
What will they think of next?
Punky Brewster, today at 5:30 on TV 38.
Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
Remember, it's your body and no one should touch you in a way that you feel is wrong.
I'll get anybody who tries it.
It's not that easy, Orko. It's hard for a young person to admit that he or she has been touched in a bad way.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor, or your minister or rabbi.
Right, Orko?
Right on!
This is the show that's got all of America spellbound.
I know we're watching. I know we're watching. Every day. I know we're watching. I know we're watching. Because one now.
Take a test spin today. Watch Wheel of Fortune.
Weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on TV 33.
Captain O.G. Reedmore here. An ordinary sidewalk on an ordinary day. But did you ever stop to think that you could get away? Take a journey on a rocket. Take a voyage on a ship. Just read a book and off you go, because reading is a trip. Explore a tropic jungle. Ooh. Discover distant planets. Or reach the glacier's tip. Just read a book and off you go, because reading, yes, is a trip.
It's magical laughs for everyone when Barbara Eden returns as Jeannie.
We are celebrating.
And when this girl parties, it's all you can bear. She loves being a normal 2,000-year-old housewife.
Wouldn't you just gag?
Until her scheming sister tries to make her a real swinger.
I'm going to straighten out your hook.
Can Jeannie survive as a liberated lady? And when she cuts loose, is hubby Wayne Rogers gonna flip?
It's mass hysteria.
You'll be rolling in the aisles for I Dream of Jeannie 15 years later.
Tuesday, Bradford finds the perfect woman.
She is so young.
With your father, she'll age quickly.
3's a crowd.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Then Tony's moonlighting for a surprise Christmas gift on Who's the Boss, all starting at 8, 7 Central. Tuesday.
Inside the city of Toothopolis.
Our powerful secret weapon, Advanced Formula Crest Gel, is ready.
And just in time as...
Cavity creeps attacking! Pull out the Crest teeth!
Holes in teeth!
Crest Gel, Crest Gel.
Crest Gel with Fluorostat, ready, sir!
Fire away!
Repelled by Crest Gel.
Yeah! Watch sweets.
See your dentist!
And fight the cavity creeps with our great-tasting secret weapon.
Advanced Formula Crest Gel!
Ronald McDonald says make it click. Every single time you get in the car, do a quick little trick, make your seatbelt click. When you pick up your friends, show them the trick. Make a rule to make it click. Because you never know. It's not funny when you fake it. It's a rule. You just don't break it. Make a rule and make it stick. Make a rule. Make it click.
Ted's an engineer. Hi. Who loved computers like a kid. And then one day...
Fabulous idea if you can do it.
They loved him back.
It's an experimental VICI.
Wow!
He's given the miracle of birth
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
a brand new me.
Blink. Eyes.
Watch out.
It's a robot.
Fantastic.
It's a small wonder.
After Too Close for Comfort, Saturday on Channel 2.
It's the logo there.
Hey, Johnson gave $10. Oh, look at that.
I muted the thing, so I'm like, wow, this is not the fanfare I'm used to. Oh, there we go.
Hey, thanks, Johnson.
Yes,
we had some Steve Perry going on in the intermission.
Oh, and he said what? What did he say? Something about me and a yellow shirt and a little guitar.
Yeah, yeah. There was a we had the weird Steve Perry loop going on. I was just trolling the people with it.
What
anyway,
is Grimace?
He's a weird freak. Oh, he's a tonsil. Right? No, he's a taste bud. That's what it was.
That's right, a taste bud.
Yeah, a taste bud. Yeah.
You know, I think in a previous show we talked about this. Or
we did.
We did.
He used to be a bad guy.
How
right?
Can Grimace be a bad guy? I don't understand it.
Oh, he's not still a bad guy?
No, he's like a friend now, but he was a bad guy.
Really? Is he really though? He's coercing children to eat terrible food. Like,
it's
is
not
he really
terrible.
a good guy?
That stuff is awesome.
Oh, it's definitely not good. I mean, it may
Not
taste
good for
but
you, but it's good tasting.
Right? Yeah.
He used to have 4 hands.
He used to have 4 hands?
Thoughts on the mullet making a comeback? Guys?
Oh, you know what? So I have decided to kind of, I can't guarantee how long it's going to get, but I'm just going to kind of let it go, see where it goes.
All right.
Is it going to be a mullet? Or are you just going to grow it all out though, right? You're not going to cut the front?
Yeah.
Not going to grow the party in the back?
No.
All right. Well, cool. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see where it goes.
Where I'm at. I can eat.
I remember back in the day that was always the best, you know. Like
so,
that's right.
Larry, would you ever grow the hair out?
You know, it's strange that you mentioned that.
You should do it, man.
I'm a little shaggy right now, and I was telling Desmond, my son, I think I'm gonna just let it grow. I think I'm gonna let it grow and see what comes of it. Now, I don't think it's gonna grow like it used to back in the day. It may take a while,
I mean, even being a professional in the courtroom, that won't be weird.
Well, when you're as good as I am, you know, you can get away with taking some certain liberties with your appearance like that.
Well, that'd be awesome. I'm curious to see. Oh, hey, let's take some calls, by the way.
Take some calls.
You know, I mean, take some calls, see what's going on with everybody. Okay, so at the top of the show, I told everybody that when you call in, you're going to be in a waiting room with other people. And it might be awkward. It might not be. You don't have to make it awkward. Just, you can wave at people and go, hey. And then that's it. Or you could put your thumb over I mean, you could, I don't know. But that's just where we are now technologically.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk to people. You can hear each other and see each other. But what's going to happen is we're going to pick somebody and we're going to transfer you from the waiting room over to our room. And then you'll suddenly see us three. So anyway, so that's what you are going to expect. So anyway. So you're not freaked out like, who are these people? I don't want to talk to these people. So that's but hey, everybody in the chat room is cool, right? You probably all want to hang out anyway. So okay, let's get this going. Okay, so we have a URL here that has to change every week. So so it's gonna be a weird one. Here we go. Let me see if I can just maybe move that down here. Maybe make it small. Okay, something like that. Right here, let me put it over here. Okay, so that's the URL. It's like is good. is.gd/ERMNY cat matter. And also, I made this little guide too. So like, if you want to just put your phone at the QR code, feel free, because that will take you to the same place. Anyway, we're going to let the waiting room fill up and see what happens.
So for those that may not be fully familiar, Eric, what do? They just get on there and then...
Yeah, once you connect, it'll want you to like choose your camera and your microphone and stuff. Usually the defaults are fine. Just hit the start button and then just sit there and wait. Yeah. Hey, you can use a phone, you can use a laptop, you can use whatever you want to. If you use
password,
the password is Ed. Sorry about that. I totally forgot. Yeah, its password is EDheadz. So we're gonna keep that password every single week. So
like erectile dysfunction.
Yes, that is exactly.
The joke never gets old.
Well, if it was EDL like Eric, Darrell, and Larry, isn't there an EDL file like editing linear?
Oh no, I'm thinking of EDM, electronic dance music.
You're right, but there's the EDL file format.
Yeah, what is EDL?
The L is not always here.
Well, that's true. But anyway,
it could be L for live.
ED live. Hey, EDL. That's right.
Darrell, it looks like you have a request for When the Children Cry, being such a huge White Lion fan.
That'd be awesome, because that's like Darrell's favorite song. You'd think he'd already know how to play it. Or wait.
Wait.
I was listening to Mike Tramp's solo stuff the other day while I was working. I couldn't think of what to listen to, and I was like,
so you said,
how about Mike Tramp?
That's what I'm going with.
That's what I went with.
How about I didn't even know Mike Tramp had any solo stuff, so good on him.
I only knew because of aging metal bands.
I mean, I tell you one thing, you could have definitely logged on YouTube and watched some of the stellar, phenomenal Vince Neil footage on the Motley Crue tour.
Stellar. Yes, I could have. It does look like we have someone in the good old waiting room. may not be in his chair at this moment, but okay, let's see here. Let's see what happened. Oh, we have many folks lining up. Let's take our first one right here, right now. Hey!
Oh, holy crap. She works already, I see.
What is up, baby J Blade?
Greetings, that is my name. Feel free to wear it out.
What you about to do this evening?
I'm watching the show and moderating the chat, which turns out to be a very lax job tonight. So I'm sure Mandy and I can thank you a lot for that very much. So
thank you. We appreciate it.
And it is good to be Bud Light buddies with you, dear.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Kind of helps that grocery stores in my province have been allowed for the past couple of years now to sell booze, so comes in handy.
Well, now according to Darrell, that wouldn't even be considered beer. I mean,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I believe there was a certain drink, not that I can remember what it's called, but my mother called it Sody Pop. Because it I don't even remember what it was called. It had some sort of stylish name to it, but it's like kind of got that vodka or Jolly Rancher sort of taste to it.
Oh.
But it's really fizzy. And we were drinking that one night of Christmas, I believe it was, playing Sequence, and we got to find out, or at least I did, that holy crap, I did not handle it well. I was laughing my butt off the whole bloody night, and eventually I got myself under control, but you know.
Well, that's good. Yeah. So it's always good to be able to maintain control.
Yeah. Well,
Larry,
the most
you have
control I
experience with
otherwise maintain is I usually, back in college, I'd go maybe 2 or 3 in a night. But ever since college, leaving it, that is, I only drink 1 per weekend about. Mostly because I don't have as much money. Actually, no, I've got more money than I used to. And speaking of which, I have this big baby that you might like the looks of. Took about just over a year to get this
Steam
baby
Deck?
in. You bet it is. It's my Steam
shit.
Deck.
Oh, it's freaking
And it's
crazy.
Stevie. Oh, hey, you can see yourselves on this thing.
We can see
Yeah,
ourselves.
perfect.
I had no idea they were that big.
Yeah, that's wild.
For a size comparison, and I just had a peek at it today. This is my Nintendo Switch that I got when Minecraft Steve was finally added to Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. And I'm probably going to upgrade it once they come out with the new proper Switch upgrade, not just the Switch OLED. But here's for size comparison's sake, providing I don't drop either, because this guy was nearly $1,000.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
works
it's like a little PC. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And I cannot wait to
Wow.
figure out how to run Minecraft on it at fully maxed graphical output. And then, of course, another thing that I'm a huge fan of coming out later this year will be Hogwarts Legacy, whether that'll run on my desktop well or not.
Oh, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that's the
that's
game. As soon as they announced it, I thought, holy crap, I have waited. You guys talking about 22 years or whatever? That's about how long I've waited for that game.
Look at the graphics on 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm more than excited for that.
That's awesome. I love your green screen, by the way. It's all like wrinkled.
Thank you.
Like, does that work though? I mean, it's
and
wrinkled
it's
with
not
shadows.
keyed out.
Usually
It's
it
just a
works
backdrop.
better if Actually, I do usually get to use it a good bit. You could use better lighting, but
okay.
Problem is camera view. My camera seems to kind of go past it a little bit.
Okay.
So, like last time, and I realized afterwards that I never even introduced myself. Not that that's necessary, you know.
Oh, the last time you were on?
Our guest is in no need of introduction or whatever that show is called. Netflix. I think you've heard of it. David Letterman.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever watched it, but it's got a catchy title. It's like another one I've never watched. I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson.
Wait, what?
Oh, just thinking of titles that I've found catchy, but I've never watched the shows.
Is that connected to your chair?
Yeah, I just noticed.
Actually, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
My beautiful blue chair, blue and black.
So it's like your peacock feathers. Right?
I love that you said that. Because you know what? When I got into live streaming a bit more so, my mother just walks past me behind my green screen and she goes, "You look like a peacock."
Nice.
And I made sure to save that quote of hers. So I don't remember if I still have it or not. Back when you could use those stream commands. But yeah, so I still have that. And I am looking forward to starting in the next week, hopefully being more active in the Facebook group, because these babies got me banned thrice this year.
Oh,
yeah. And it's quite amazing because I do those Facebook stories where how it goes is I'll have these on, green screen background, and I'm just going, "Hey, come to my Twitch stream. You should probably not watch it, but consider yourself warned for if you do come to it." And next thing I knew, I got a notification on Facebook that you cannot comment, or actually messaging was only the latest ban, which was for the week. So that's about midnight-ish tonight. And yeah, they consider apparently this look nudity or sexual activity.
What?
Yeah, and I brought this up to my buddy when we were watching volume 2 of this
nice
amazing show. Yeah,
nice.
Thank you. I found it at Walmart.
Oh, nice.
One of the cheapest styled up shirts I've ever bought. Because
that's cool.
Otherwise, they're at least $20 or $40, something like that.
You had a cool shirt on last time. You always have cool shirts on.
Yeah, thank you. I try. I was gonna put on a Weird Al shirt because I just realized that's kind of
nice.
80s, but I don't know where I put them.
Oh.
Oh, and you just mentioned Weird Al tonight.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to the Roku original film of Weird, the Al Yankovic story?
Wait, is that coming out? Is that new?
Yep. I think in November 4th, which will be on a Friday. For whatever reason, they're not doing a theatrical release of that movie, but Weird Al is apparently directly involved with writing the movie alongside another guy. And Daniel Radcliffe will be portraying the first role since the Harry Potter movies where he's wearing glasses.
Right.
Actually, no.
Right.
Okay.
There was Kill Your Darlings,
Weird
I think.
Al.
Yes, he's playing Weird Al. Yeah. Okay.
I thought that was a weird choice because he's like super short.
Yeah.
And Al is like tall.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood.
That.
People can stand on apple boxes and stuff. You can fake.
I mean,
height.
yeah, even kind of like what you're saying there, Eric. I remember watching some behind the scenes content about the Harry Potter movies where they'd kind of do that with the likes of Hagrid, I believe it was, where they'd have Robbie Coltrane. His name nearly left me, and so he'd film the odd scene where he's with their characters, or maybe it's on his own, something like that. But then for other scenes, they'd film with his body double, who's way more bulkier, so that he actually stands out more size-wise to the other characters.
Yeah.
When I found out that, oh, they do that little trick, and even, like you say, with the whole camera trick of showing an actor taller or shorter than they actually are, God knows they did that with Battinson. Because I think he may be shorter for the role.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall exactly, but yeah, that was an interesting camera trick to learn about. And
if that's coming out this year, that's going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. It is going to be the first musician biopic I've ever bothered to watch. The other ones I'll probably watch at some point, but this one, oh, it's got me. I've loved Weird Al, white and nerdy, whiter than sour cream for years.
What about you, Larry? Were you ever into Weird Al?
No.
No.
I love the simple answer.
No. Well, I mean,
eat it. Come on, you like to eat.
Yeah,
it,
I was
right?
gonna say.
Yeah.
Now the things that were, his. I thought it was clever, the parody songs and all that. But as I understand it, he's actually like a legitimate talented musician.
Oh yeah.
And that didn't really come across in most of the singles that were released. I mean, I guess it was always clever, but I was on his side for the controversy about the one rapper that was all pissed off, like he made fun of my song and it's a real serious Coolio,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gangster's Paradise and
yeah.
like Amish
Paradise or something. Like, like you don't get a say on that. That's
For whatever reason, I was thinking you were talking about Kanye West, and then, oh no, that was South Park.
Did he parody Kanye? Does he still do stuff?
No.
Oh, I don't recall. The last one I remember is their whole gay fish thing, which they, of course, would later turn into their orchestral rendition.
Yeah.
And good lord, that's marvelous to watch.
There was an Eminem thing that he had kind of a. Eminem said no to something. I forget what it was, but there was something there.
And look, I don't know. That's not the kind of law that I, practice or whatever. But if it's available to be parodied legally, then the original artist doesn't get to say crap about it. That's
right.
Now, if they need the permission, then the original artist gets to say, yay or nay. I'm fine with that too. But if it's being done, through the proper channels, then Coolio with the hair and everything. Oh, I wrote this real serious. The pop song.
Fuck your feelings.
I'm trying to be better.
I think the last one I recall finding out about was Perform This Way, which, of course, I think you might
Lady
recall, Eric. There was Form This Way as well, which Martin and the Littlewood made years ago.
Yeah, Minecraft.
And that one got along with fine, but when it came to Perform This Way, I believe it was an agent or someone working under Lady Gaga who'd originally declined, and then I guess it was when Lady Gaga found out or something like that he ultimately actually got his parody approved.
Yeah.
Because she actually
I did a Lady Gaga parody once and got flagged. Lady Gaga's label just was like, nope, they're not gonna do it. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I really didn't care. It was
I
a
remember
bad romance song.
I did, Eric. The world really needed to see that music video of you in
It was Team Fortress 2
tight.
Paradise.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
I didn't care.
I was thinking it was a Minecraft parody, like
No, it was
Minecraft
even further
style
back.
in those days.
It was like in the year 2007 or 8 or 9. I don't remember. Yeah, this is so long ago.
It was when Eric was in his deep fetish phase. He was-
Fetish phase.
I love it.
Lettuce phase, maybe. I like to
Your salad
Maybe
days.
so.
My salad.
And I
days.
gotta say, I liked your bit about the whole vegan diet because ever since you mentioned that on the show, which that might have been the one that I had missed because I was out with my friend watching Lightyear, and you did that random Friday show. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh crap, that's another show of yours that I've missed because that's what happens when your friends guilt you into, oh, so you'd rather do this show than hang out with me. My friends are very, very good at that. But anyways, so this is probably the first live show I've made it to in weeks. So I'm very happy about that, especially that it's I made it for the last show actually.
Yeah.
It's okay because this is the first live show I've made it to that I remember in weeks.
Well, it's funny too. You mentioned about remembering stuff from when you're young, and I mentioned in chat there that probably anything from my life prior to 8 years old. So that would have been early 2000s. About don't remember a thing. Except for the odd, very minor thing that I vaguely remember.
Did I miss the conversation? Did we have a conversation about early memories? Was that
But before you got
you
here,
missed out on that, Larry.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh man, I don't have
early memories of the show.
Kind of sound effect, but that's all I got.
That's all right. Oh,
Well, hey, we're gonna have to, I guess, move on to more. We have more callers.
We're gonna
More
have
callers.
I'll move on back to the
there,
chat.
partner.
That's where you'll see me some more.
Thanks for calling in, man. Anytime.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Love
Good
the
night, my
shades.
dudes. Have a great night.
See ya, man.
I don't get to see the chat stuff anymore.
You don't see the chat anymore.
No, I can just see 4 things now.
Okay, let's see here. Try.
Oh, now I see 3.
I don't know why.
No, now I get chat, but there's only 3.
You don't have the page up. I
He doesn't
guess
have the
like
page
you're
up.
not.
You're asking too much of Larry.
Okay.
He can't
You
even
can-
close his closet door. How do you expect him to get the chat up?
Mandy says she can't hear.
She can't hear.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, why don't we just ask her in person?
I was gonna say real quick,
Hey.
why is missing persons like being brought up in the chat all of a sudden? I mean, great band, by the way. I
Missing
love
Persons?
their stuff, but
I don't know. Ask Mandy. Maybe she knows. What's up?
What's up, Mandy?
You got a fun background.
I can't hear y'all.
Oh, no,
so
really?
I'm gonna make this short, sweet, and quick.
Turn the volume.
If that's cool.
Oh no, really? You can't hear us? Well, I can't say anything because you won't hear me.
You could write it down.
Like,
and then...
tell me, why could you not hear me?
Hey, I'm good. There's a little delay. I can hear you from my TV, like in the living room, but right. I'm here in the big room. I'm at the bar. Right. Wanted to show you all a couple of things. So So like Carol said, my ongoing birthday presents, except this is 2 months later. I bought a set of 4 Nescafe glass cups from the 70s for coffee. They're pretty cool. I love them. I plan to use them for cocktail punch. I think Darrell will totally approve of that.
That's the bouncing head.
Right. Meanwhile, this is an actual Casey and the Sunshine Band album from like 1975. It came to me from my cousins Martin and Mitch, who were teenagers back then, and fought so much over their records that their mother, our late beloved cousin Janelle, had to put their names on every album. Let's see. This one, the one I'm about to show, I can't see it. Oh, well. Nope. Mitch Bramlett. My cousin Mitch, who is still with us. Martin and Janelle have passed on. This is Mitch's album from like 1976. And this one has Shake Your Booty.
Shake Your Booty. Yes.
Your booty.
That was one of the top songs
Right.
in 1976.
That's awesome.
And before I go, I want to show everybody the Big Room Bar. I hope I can do this right. Oh my God, I don't think I am. Nope, I'm showing my own stupid face. Hang on a second. Let me show you. I hope y'all are getting to see the Big Room Bar all lit up.
Yeah, I love the
with
brick.
Beer signs.
Great.
Oh, that's good.
We have
Nice.
Falstaff. We
Ah.
give gold bond stamps. We have Country Club, PBR, of course,
That disco guy.
and Schlitz Malt Lager, along with other signs. I'm so sorry if everybody couldn't see that.
That's awesome.
But
Yeah.
my parents bought those signs, not me. Everything that isn't lit up is something I bought, but my parents bought those signs, and I have them here. And I gotta tell you, I've been watching a lot of Eric and Darrell's Florida trips, and Darrell, I just want you to know, I know what you mean about things being bittersweet, where you look back and you look at your folks and you go, wow, my folks were way cooler than I thought. So this is just to let y'all know. I think my favorite scene, there are two favorite scenes I have from those videos. One is where Darrell's dad kind of has enough for a second, and you guys are playing Johnny Clegg and Savuka, and he goes, turn it down or turn it off. and you know, Darrell, being a good kid, like, does it. And then later his dad, like, I think gets that moment where he goes, well, turn it up where I can hear it. And guys turn it up. But then the next one is, of course, where Carol and Jenny are hanging out in the room and you guys are just all having fun. Y'all are all having fun. And Darrell, your mom comes in and Eric says, you know, okay, trash face. She says, what did you call him? Trash face.
I heard what you said. Trash face.
That's like my favorite moment, along with Darrell saying, whatever, Dad, when Darrell's facing Carol like down into the bathroom.
Darrell,
it's one of those things as an adult.
Whatever, Dad.
You look back and you go, yeah, I remember being a teenager. So that's all I got.
Funny.
And, you know, Larry, beautiful
Yes.
picture of your daughter back there. So
thanks. Yeah, that was, I appreciate
see you
it.
guys next time, and I'm gonna get off and let other people, like, you know, come in.
Cool.
Bye.
Thanks, Mandy.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was cool. Trash face.
Yeah, I was a handful as a child, I suppose. Wasn't I, Larry?
Hilarious.
Oh, you were great. I'm sure.
I'm sure of it.
I never saw anything that would lead me to believe otherwise.
Definitely not.
You're welcome to tell stories. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some stories that I haven't already told.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
I have to I'm trying to get the next guest, but I think he had to run to the bathroom maybe or something because I'm seeing an empty chair, which is what I was thinking about doing. So
I knew you were gonna say that.
so yeah, whatever that story is, Larry, you gotta tell it.
Which one?
That one that you can't think of. I'm trying to. Is there any way I can?
I mean, I've told everybody about. I know I've told everybody about Darrell and the multiple fast food stops that he would dictate of his mom for lunch or whatever.
Yeah,
a burger from this place, fries from this place, a milkshake from that place.
I did it. Look at that. I'm gone. Oh, I'm back.
Somebody's asking, did we ever listen to the Fat?
I'm back.
Darrell and Eric, did y'all ever listen to the Fat Boys?
All right, be right back.
Eric just found a new button. Fat Boys. No, I never listened to Fat Boys. Jay-Z Cobra Kai. Eric needs to reveal more Cobra Kai secrets. Eric doesn't need to reveal Cobra Kai secret. What Cobra Kai secrets would Eric have to reveal? I'm the one who worked on the show.
Can I have your autograph?
I'm just setting the record straight. That's all I'm doing. I'm just setting the record straight. Anyways, what's up, Larry? How you doing?
I'm good.
You called me earlier this week, and I missed the call, and I sadly didn't call you back.
Are we on an intermission?
No. Eric left the room, and so now we have to talk amongst ourselves.
Oh, okay.
So
you mean to tell me I called you and you didn't answer? Wow.
Oh, come on.
What? That's par for the course.
Well, 99% of the time I call you, you don't answer.
That's true, but that's also like once a month.
That's true.
So I call you like every couple of days.
That's true.
So I don't know. I can't remember what I needed. Oh, I do know what I needed.
You needed something.
Well, I didn't need. I was interested. I don't think we've had that discussion.
You had a question.
What your feelings are on Stranger Things? I mean, it's an 80s inspired type show and a lot of retro things with the E&D channel there. I wasn't sure if you watched it, if you enjoyed it, if you thought it was overrated.
Actually, I think I kind of talked about this a little bit recently. My thoughts on Stranger Things. I think like all good things should come to an end, and I think they're kind of past their prime at this point.
Okay, fair enough. I'm in the process of watching the latest, so I don't need spoilers or anything, but
yeah, no spoilers. I just think that they should have decided to tell a succinct story, and they should have told it,
shot however many seasons they needed, and been done.
And then been done. But the last kind of couple of seasons seems like they just kind of keep tacking stuff on to the story.
I don't disagree with that.
That has already ended, and it's like how many times can these incredible things happen to this same small group of kids? It's just, and I get it. It's a TV show. That's the whole
right.
point.
As opposed to like say Star Wars, which is totally based in reality. So,
hey man, it was a long time ago in a galaxy.
Far away. Yeah. Yeah, so no, my thought with Stranger Things, and I think maybe because I've seen some of those actors in maybe some other stuff or at least more interviews and stuff, I'm having a real hard time with this season of the nostalgic connection that had previously been there because, I guess I know they're all in their 20s playing,
Yeah.
kids, but it's okay. I mean, I'm about a little more than halfway through the most recent season, so
I'll hand it to them on season 3. They did an excellent job with the mall. It really took me back.
Oh, I did like the mall season.
Oh yeah, the mall.
Yeah.
The mall season.
They did a really good job with that.
That was
God, and speaking of, so that the girl who they now made gay, because nowadays everything has to be gay one way or another.
Everything has to be gay.
Seriously, it's like it has to be. Just there has to be gayness everywhere. Nothing wrong with that, but I mean, it's just
even at the tennis
it's
court.
required. But she's what, Ethan Hawke's daughter, and Uma Thurman's daughter. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, she was in. Yeah, I know who those people are. What do I know who you're talking about?
No, but
never heard of Uma Thurman. Do I know which character you're referring to?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, like I the other day I watched The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, Uma Thurman's in that when she was like, I don't know, in her early 20s, and just forgotten like what a fucking gorgeous knockout she was. And she literally plays what is it, Venus? Because they do that whole scene with the clamshell from that. Is that a Botticelli painting? Anyways, Maya Hawke is her.
Oh.
But look up Baron Munchausen, Uma Thurman.
Oh,
see,
are you going to pull up a picture of Uma Thurman when she was pretty?
Yeah, see, they did a direct copy of that painting.
Right.
And it's
okay,
like,
I got you.
It's just fucking perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Sorry. Mind tangent.
Yo, tangent. Well, we do have another caller.
Call in. Here we go.
Shall we get a caller? Ha ha, hee hee, ha ha. That's my. Oh, is it working? Hey! Hey! What's up?
Hey.
What is going on? Hey!
Oh shit! Check out that fucking dew.
You grew your hair out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Had a bit of a growth spurt.
Looks
That's
good.
what I need for court.
For court.
Need that.
Right. So people finally take you seriously.
That's right.
Nice.
You know, I forgot we've got our own versions of those. We never wear those. We should do that more often.
Yeah. Totally. So what you been up to?
Not much. I saw Greta Van Fleet Tuesday.
You saw what on Tuesday?
Greta Van Fleet.
Oh yeah, Greta Van Fleet.
I don't even know what that is. What is
That's
that?
a band.
The band.
It's the band.
Why don't I know the band?
That kind of sounds like.
Everybody says they sound like Led Zeppelin. The people that don't like them say that they're a straight ripoff of Led Zeppelin.
Oh, really?
Of course, they're gonna say that.
I mean, but that doesn't ring a bell. I've never heard one of their songs, but even I know who they are.
Oh,
They're younger. They're like a younger group, and
okay. So there's one of their shirts that says Led Zeppelin.
Man, you go to a Greta Van Fleet show and you wind up with a Led Zeppelin t-shirt. That's the strangest damn thing.
That's awesome. What is this poster on the left, by the way, over there, or on your right?
There?
Yeah, that. Yeah, what is that? Is that
Star Wars?
Oh, Star Wars. Okay,
See if I
I was
can
gonna
get
say
closer to it.
either Star Wars or it could be a Stranger Things.
I was doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to rearrange your furniture now.
Yeah, I got unplugged here. Hold on.
Oh.
Like, hold on, let me.
I don't think the
unplug
USB
this.
cable's long enough.
I think I lost you.
No. But the poster's being eclipsed by your hair.
I see.
Oh yeah. Eclipsed by your hair, by your awesome hair.
Yeah, is that? Wait, that's not Phantom Menace. That was. Which one was that?
I think it was.
Was it Phantom
Episode
Menace?
3.
3. Okay, nope, it wasn't.
Oh, Empire.
Empire. No.
Wait, what?
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, that would be one of the 2000s ones. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, 2005.
Okay, 2005. The year that we cannot distinguish between that and 2015.
Nope.
They're like all the same.
They're all the same year. Who knew?
And yet, that was a really long fucking time ago.
I know, right?
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. When we were younger men.
We were younger men. You almost sounded like Butthead when you said that.
I'm getting all philosophical.
The greatest movie.
Coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Right? He gets all introspective. So what you what is there any big topic you want to talk about, or anything that you want to do? We probably need to move on to a bunch of different people since we're hitting on 10 p.m. I see 2 people in here waiting, but I love your hair. Are you gonna do like a music video with that hair? Because that's a missed opportunity if not.
I think I did a couple Halloween costumes with it.
Nice. Sweet.
Wait, this is a perfect opportunity that I was talking about. You're a younger man.
Yeah, that's right. You said you were 28?
I'm turning 22 and I'm turning 28 in August 1st.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you are 27. Okay.
Monday.
So
Monday.
So the 2000s. Do you see any delineation of decades? Do you remember the 2010s versus the 2000s? Is it any different to you?
Yeah.
Well, like the technology kind of brought everybody closer, kind of, I guess. With like Facebook.
Okay.
Versus having to use your phone all the time just to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But nothing beyond that. Because technology is obvious. That's the obvious one. Because
obviously.
you know, I mean, you if you talk about what the internet was like in 1993 versus even 10 years after that, you know, it's a world of difference. But just as far as like what people like talk about or look like, clothes. I guess clothes might be a big one, right? Clothes and slang. I mean, it kind of doesn't it kind of seem like it's the same?
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, is there a specific
early
slang?
2000s look, like an 80s look or a 90s look? Right.
Right. Yeah.
I never really paid that close attention to it throughout the years.
Yeah, that could be a good sign that there hasn't been a drastic change because you haven't paid attention. I mean, you only pay attention to things that, you know, grab you, right? That just like, look at me, like pay attention. You know, if you don't pay attention, then there's not much change happening. Which that's how I still feel about like from the 90s on. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting.
All right, there we have it.
There it is, then. The definitive answer.
We stop here.
We are scientists of sociality. Figured it out. Well, I guess we're gonna move on to the next caller. Beef at Ship. We appreciate the hair. Thanks for calling in. And we will see you again next time, sir. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Rock on.
See ya, man.
Yep, see ya.
All right. We have some crazy hold on, let's see. We got some crazy looking dude here. Let's see. I don't know if I trust this guy. Let's see what happens.
Oh, here we go.
I know.
Here it is.
Hey!
Hey! It's my favorite artist in the world.
How's it going, guys?
What is up, man?
Going pretty good.
Sweet. I like your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Sure.
What was the last good record you put on?
Last good record, well, recently I've been listening to the Use Your Illusion record.
Nice.
Guns N' Roses.
God, you know, I sat down and given that a good listen in a long time.
Me too.
Yeah, I really like those records. But I also listen to. So you guys like the? Oh man. What was it? They sing. They sing the song "Shout, Shout, Let It All Out."
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears.
Yeah. So I heard you guys talk about their album, and so I went out and bought that album. And that's a really good record. That's a really good
Nice.
album.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so that's another record I've been listening to recently. So.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the Back to the Future poster above you there.
Yeah, thanks. This is my my attic, so it's all action figures and movie posters.
Yeah, I see the Spider-Man back there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here goes one you guys would like.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's
Got a
like,
Hot
I got
Toys.
DeLorean.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big collector of action figures and stuff like that. So.
You got Larry's
About
attention.
Yeah. I have this whole room is. You would probably like everything in here. It's like I got a lot of cool stuff.
Oh yeah. So what state are you in? Where are you at?
I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's Amish town, but it's not. I actually live in a city, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I guess so. I didn't think of that. How far is Pennsylvania from Alabama?
About 13 hours.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if we ever have like this live meetup thing, then
because I have done the drive from New York to Huntsville straight 15 hours.
Oh,
Okay.
brutal.
It was brutal. Yeah.
And that was back when you liked driving.
I was a much younger man. I would not do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in fact, I guess the one time I've stopped in Pennsylvania was in Hershey, driving up to New York.
Okay, yeah, that's about maybe a 40-minute drive from my house.
Okay.
Hershey, so. Yeah.
Nice. So what do you do? Are you like a graphic artist?
No, I actually do that as a hobby.
Oh, okay.
I actually taught myself. Yeah, I taught myself how to do it, and so it's just something. I work at an office job, but yeah, that's just something I do. That's something I do on the side as a hobby. So.
Man, you need to turn that into a business. Your shit is so fucking good. So good.
Thanks. Yeah. I appreciate it. That's what everybody tells me the same thing. So, yeah.
So
well, you should listen to him.
Yeah, you should. So I want to ask, like for the are you just straight up doing filters? Or are you going in there and doing hand painting? Like what are you doing to get that kind of painterly texture?
I try to get that 80s movie poster look.
Yeah.
Is what I try to do. I actually use it's a whole bunch of filters that I use in Photoshop to get that look. I wish I could get into I do want to get into actually drawing myself, like the hand paint type stuff, but right now I use a whole bunch of different filters. The first movie poster I did for you guys. I can't even tell you how many layers I used and
I bet.
how many filters. I mean, that took a lot. That took a lot to get that to look that way. But yeah,
that's cool.
Well, it looks great. Looks great.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, doing your some of the stuff I've done on your Facebook page. Just doing that all for fun. So
that's cool. So do your friends, family, everybody else kind of like, dig the 80s too? Or are you like in a group of people that are just like nostalgic about stuff, or is that just you? Or
no, my brothers and sisters are all into it because we all grew up. I mean, I was born in '78, so and my brothers and sisters are all. I have several. I have like 5 brothers, 2 sisters. So, but
Brady Bunch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we grew up in the '80s and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm big on. I still listen to all those '80s records and still watch a lot of the '80s movies and stuff like that. So I'm a big physical media person. I still buy Blu-ray and all that stuff. So yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I dig your record setup. I've seen lots of pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Nice. Why am I seeing in the chat room, say your name, bro? The fam is in love. He's Joel. This is Joel. If we didn't already say that.
Joel.
Yeah, it's freaking Joel, man.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So yeah, you've been watching the channel for a long time.
Yeah, man, because I discovered you guys because I was on a kick of looking up old 80s commercials and 80s toy commercials, and somehow that algorithm just the first video I saw was I think when you guys were going like Burger King or McDonald's. I thought that was really cool. That I was like, oh wow, people are kept this footage all this time and put it on YouTube. So I ended up going to your page and started watching all the old videos, the famous video with Larry going to the record store, which is classic. So so I was hooked then, and then I think I caught one of your first live streams, and you guys mentioned you had a Facebook page, and so from there on, I joined the Facebook page and been a fan ever since. So yeah,
that's cool.
My phone's wallpaper. Yeah, so I see that every day.
Nice.
I love it.
I almost didn't post that picture.
What?
When I first did it, I kept looking at it thinking, oh, this looks kind of cheesy, it looks corny. They're not gonna like this. So I wasn't gonna post it until I showed it to my brother. I have a brother who lives in Florida, and I showed it to him, and he's like, man, I don't even know who these guys are, but I'd go watch that movie. And so when he said that, I was like, okay, I could post it on their Facebook page, see what they say about it. So
the second I saw it, I immediately was like, we have to shoot a trailer for this.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I still want to do that. We just need to find the time to like sit down and plan it all out. But
nice. Darrell already wrote it
solely based on your poster. I just want to make sure we have every scene that's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already have Darrell. You wrote a couple pages of the trailer already, so like actually the entire outline is done. So like, yeah, it totally inspired that. So that's that's what I guess that's what the whole purpose of the whole channel is, or maybe just the whole community is just to inspire each other, just to make cool stuff. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just make something that might make somebody laugh or smile, and it's like it just keeps building until it's just this crazy thing. I mean, that's exactly why we're in it, to do it.
And at first I was nervous to post anything because I was like, I don't want these guys thinking I'm just trying to show off, like, because I think the first one I did was the Metal Edge magazine. I was like, I don't know, but then when everybody started responding and everybody liked it, I was like, all right, everyone's cool with it. So
yeah, totally.
And I gotta get Larry and more stuff. And see, like, I'm always worried that you guys are gonna like, because sometimes I go to your Facebook pages and I zoom for pictures I can use. But I'm like, I hope these guys don't mind. I hope they don't mind me doing that. So
the last one you did,
Yeah.
You totally pulled a photo of me when I was on vacation in California.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I know that picture. That's awesome. He did his homework.
I think I got
That's
those
so
off your
cool.
Instagrams.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, before you posted that one, I was like, "Oh man, we haven't heard from Joel for a while. I hope he's not like upset with her something. I want to see some new artwork."
Yeah, sometimes I take a little break from doing Photoshop stuff. Even on my personal stuff, I haven't really posted anything recently. But yeah, I'll get back to doing some more cool stuff.
Hell yeah, man!
Yeah,
Love seeing your stuff. It's so awesome.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we got to do like a meetup. We still need to do some sort of like live something. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, just to hang out and do something. Excuse just to have a party or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Totally. Cool, man. Well, I guess we'll move on to this last caller.
All right. Yeah.
But man, yeah, it was great. Yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd call in, Joel. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to call it. I'm not the best at getting on camera and conversating. So, because the last couple of rounds I wanted to call him, and my wife's like, "Go ahead, just call him. I'm like, I'll wait the next time. But so I decided this time she's like, "You better call. You better call in." So I was like, "All right, I'll do it."
And now you're glad you did.
Thanks.
That's funny.
And like I said, I gotta get Larry in on some more of the Photoshop stuff too.
I'll post more photos. I don't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Cool, man. Well,
Thanks,
good,
Joel.
man.
So good to talk to you. So glad you called in.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for taking the call. Like I said, a big fan of you guys. I appreciate it. So
we're a fan of you.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks.
All right. See you, man.
All right. Yep. See you guys.
Eric, you
All right. Cool, man. Freaking, we met Joel, dude.
I know. His shit is so good. I love it so much.
I know. That's so freaking cool. All right. We're going to get into our last call. So if you haven't called in yet, I guess wait till next time. Don't call in. Actually, I already removed all the QR codes and everything. Okay, so let me get that's the wrong button. That's the Motley Crue button. Okay, here we go. Let's get this weirdo over here.
So much.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Yeah, there he is.
Our last call. So
Can you guys hear me okay?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this is
Deep
nice because I can
and
see you
long.
now for the first time ever when I'm talking to you instead of just hearing you.
Yeah, see, we worked
We
out the kinks.
upgraded.
Yeah, real.
We upgraded our kinks. We took our kinks and we freaking, got a little wrench in there.
I sound
little
okay.
hammer.
I'm not looping back your audio or anything like that.
No, nice
No.
and clear. Nice and clear.
Good.
Hey,
Good.
before we get into anything else, I want to ask real quick because I see two guitars behind you. What are
Yeah.
those?
The red one over here is a Carvin. This one over here is a Paul Reed Smith.
Okay.
And I have a 12-string way out there. I don't know what brand that is.
Oh, I didn't even see way back there. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Carvin, right? Is that
You
a-
guys, your video just went away.
Oh,
I
he's,
just
he's
zoomed
messing
in on
with
it.
He's
Oh, there
pushing
we go.
buttons.
I'm a
Kirk
button
likes the
pusher.
toy.
Ludicrous speed. So there's one thing I wanted to bring up. You guys did. There's one little spoof thing you did, the swimming pool thing with the Wasp guitarist, where
Yeah.
that was brilliant, and I
Thank
knew
you.
it immediately because I saw that back in the day. That's like the decline of Western civilization or something.
Yes.
Part
That was so
two.
excellent.
Part 2, yeah.
And you should have had some lady there playing your mom or something, and then it would have been complete. But
I
it
was
really
playing the
was
mom.
identifiable.
Eric was playing the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You guys, what I really love are a lot of the bumpers you had. You had the Game of Thrones thing tonight.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one was really
Turns
badass.
around, it's just letters. Always laughing about that. Like it should be like 2D cutout cardboards of our face. I was gonna do that maybe next time, but yeah.
And I love the Back to the Future one where it's like I like all those things. It's not lost on me. I enjoy those things a lot. And
I love making bumpers. That's one of my favorite things to do.
and I want to greet Larry. Hi Larry, how's it going?
It's good. How about yourself?
Not bad. We've never spoken before, but I feel a sort of kinship with you because I first came to know Eric and Darrell because I came across the video of you going on the walk to the music store.
Yeah, the record store.
And so I thought how funny, these guys and I are like the same age and we all enjoy a lot of the same music from that period, heavy metal and whatnot.
I do see you're sporting the Motley Crue shirt. So.
Yes, and I admit I'm the shittiest Motley Crue fan ever because every time I mention Motley Crue, I have to say how bad Vince Neil sucks ass.
Oh no, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm so ashamed of him, and
oh my god,
and
I wouldn't say ashamed. I would say disappointed.
That's the sign of a true Motley Crue fan of how much you realize they suck.
Well, I'm just honest. I don't hear something like if I knew someone personally, I didn't like what they were doing, I would just kind of be quiet about it.
Yeah.
So like if I thought you guys sucked with something, I wouldn't mention it. But if I'm like praising it, it's actually real. And so you can know like he's not saying anything about it, and you can be like, tell us the truth. You're hiding something because like when I think something sucks and I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, I don't say it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's what you grow up learning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I certainly get all that, but like you said with Motley Crue, it was a big part of who I was growing up. And I mean, I like even recently got the Nikki Sixx tattoo, and I don't even really like the guy that much.
What are you doing then? That makes no sense. I hate him, but I'm gonna get him on my arm forever.
Well, I think he's full of shit. I'll just put it that way.
I don't think so because he's had to sober up, and I think people who have to sober up, and when you have that kind of success, you have to grow personally in order to have that kind of success with it. So I like him. I don't think he's Einstein, and
right. I guess that's the thing. I guess he's not. I don't see him. He fancies himself to be a brilliant
sage.
And it's like you were, 80s hairband guy.
Did any of you guys ever watch any of the YouTube videos he did where it was like him and he'd bring on a guest and they'd play guitar and talk?
Yeah. Saw a lot of those.
Sounds familiar.
I caught a few of them, and I gotta say, like Larry, I know you've had some different experiences with him, but like what I noticed from those is like he would constantly be saying like, "Oh yeah, this guitar lick, yeah, I totally ripped this off from this song from the '70s," or but I mean, he was kind of like admitting where he stole everything from.
I just don't believe that the man in the throes of heightened heroin addiction maintained a daily diary. I just think that's bullshit. We'll put it out there.
Okay.
And I've known a few people that have had some heroin problems that were not even remotely close to those reported by Mr. Sixx. And I can assure you that a daily diary that they went on to publish 20 years later was not something that they were thinking of.
Or that coherent.
Right.
You're so out of it that you're just like, I don't care. I don't want to do anything. I'm in my head.
Oh man, I've got to get my fix. But I tell you what I got to do though. I need to sit down and keep this diary because 20 years from now, we'll be able to publish that thing and make millions.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, look, I loved Motley Crue growing up. Nikki Sixx was like, the idol for me. I had an opportunity to meet him. It was a little bit of a letdown, and that's okay because, at the end of the day, celebrities are just people. Maybe.
Yeah, but he didn't give a shit about our movie, so fuck that guy.
I did give him a copy of the Hairband movie, and I never heard back. I even gave him my phone number. But hey,
the roller rink movie.
Yeah.
So, you guys just use all this licensed music and everything. That's
I thought we'd at least get sued for using their music, but no, we got nothing. But that's
You'd have gotten sued if you made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, well, I wouldn't have gotten sued.
Were you guys trying to capitalize off of that, or just do something interesting to kind of stir some interest with some people?
That was just no. I'm over here, Larry.
Oh well, on my screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was just a passion project.
Yeah.
Like I must have come across that tape at some point, and it just instantly sparked inspiration. I'm like, this is a fucking movie. I can make a movie of this, of our lives.
You had to get permission from the roller rink.
Yeah, I mean, we were just pulling
really
favors
cool.
as much as we could. I think Larry, you hooked that up. You went down
Yeah,
there and talked
I
to the
knew
guy.
the guy. So the guy that owned the roller skating rink, who's now retired from that, as I understand it. But I knew the guy that owned it, just mainly through Facebook and stuff like that. And so I just told Darrell, I was like, well, you know, hey, the guy that owns the skating rink that all that stuff actually happened at, I know the guy. You want me to reach out to him? And, you know, so I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, you know, got a friend who's looking to shoot like a short film and, you know, would love to shoot it in the place where it, you know, where it all originally happened. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. That'd be cool. Now
They had no idea what they were getting into.
Yeah, I fully believe he thought two guys were going to show up with a camcorder for a couple of hours.
Not 50 people and
film.
truckloads and
then,
equipment and
you know, and then Eric actually did a really good job, you know, documenting a lot of the, you know, the setup and the behind the scenes and stuff like that, and put this great little montage together. And I have to say, that was my first. I knew that that's what Darrell did. You know, I knew he was involved in film and all that, but it was pretty impressive to see it firsthand. You know, for myself, you show up and there's, you know, like an actual equipment trailer, and then there's, you know, the tracks for the camera and the, you know, the lighting stuff and the microphones. I was like, oh shit, it's not just a camcorder, like you know. But I'm sure that the owner of the skating rink, after about day 4 or 5 of shooting, was, the hell did I sign up for? Are they ever going to leave?
I'm glad that the Eric and Darrell fame hasn't gone to your head.
Or has it? I don't know.
I'm a little worried about you, actually, because the last 2 times I've seen you, you've been so plastered that it's, and then you puked. I haven't puked in a million years.
I actually don't know if I puked. I know I went to puke. I don't recall whether that happened.
I mean,
well, that's a sign of a problem.
So here's the deal with
he doesn't drink. He doesn't know how to drink. I think it's a mistake.
So here's because I realized in my drunken state, I tried to explain it, and I don't think I did a real good job. So I grew up. I'm 47. I'm 47 years old. You know, I didn't do drugs and drink and all that stuff when I was a kid. And after I turned 21, I started, you know, like a lot of people, I was making up for some lost times. Darrell can tell you there were some 1 o'clock in the morning calls.
Answering machine calls.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. But about 10 years ago, college. I was, you know, I was like really, really big. I was about 350 pounds and had real bad type 2 diabetes. And my doctor says, you know, like, look, you got to have this surgery, you know, or you're not going to see 50. And everything else the doctor had said about becoming diabetic and the insulin and all this other stuff that I was having to do had come to pass. So I thought, well, shit, probably want to live past 50. And I didn't want to do the gastric bypass surgery, but I went ahead and did it as a health thing. Insurance didn't cover it. I had to pay for it out of pocket. It kind of sucked having to pay for it.
Was that a hellish experience?
But no, it was actually, I wish I had done it 10 years earlier. Wow. It was the easiest thing.
You chop part of your stomach away, right?
Yeah, and apparently it's a big part that absorbs a lot of the alcohol. That's what I was getting to. So I think somebody had made a comment when I said, "Oh, I'd had 2 shots or whatever, and I was feeling pretty good," and they were like, "Oh, he's a lightweight. He can't." And that's true because basically 1 or 2 shots, and I think I would blow like a 0.15 on a Draeger. They say, so it doesn't take much.
You absorb it differently.
And so,
some of the alcoholics would love to have that.
Yeah, it
I
just
had no
goes straight
idea.
into-
So you've been modified.
Yeah,
To be
it's like a mod, you know.
to
Like
get more
Terminator.
drunk.
And
like,
the fact that I don't
cheaper.
drink a whole lot, I don't drink often, and I don't drink large quantities. The last live show was probably more than I should have in a much shorter span of time. So I remember taking 2 shots upstairs, drinking the mixed drink, and just coming downstairs and getting to the computer was a chore. So
yeah.
Well, you take it easy there with that.
I will. You'll notice that tonight I'm
Very lucid.
lucid.
With me.
Of course, I'm getting ready for a trial Monday, and I had to work all day.
Oh, there you go. And if you're going to be my lawyer, you better take it easy the weekend before.
That's right. That's right.
And Eric just drinks water on the show anyway, so
that's a filter he
Looks
uses.
like piss water. Or something.
yeah. He
Slightly
puts a little
yellow
food
water.
coloring in there and some soap suds.
You know what's unique about guys our age and our generation is you all look like youthful guys to me. But when I look at guys in the same age range 20 years ago in the 80s or in the 70s, they are so curmudgeon-y, fuss budgety. The way they dress, they seem like old, annoying, boring men. Am I wrong? Like we all have more of a youthful affectation to all of us.
Well, yeah, I think the thing about our generation and growing up when we did, we were like maybe one of the first generations to kind of just extend our way of life from our youth into our adulthood.
Right. Like you didn't feel like, oh, I'm 18, or I turned 19 now, so
I gotta fucking put on a suit every day.
Right.
And go,
Yeah.
and then
T-shirts
that's
are
it.
gone.
That's
yeah. Now I wear a suit almost every day, but as soon as I get a chance to get out of the damn thing, I'm in. Like I didn't dress up for the show. This is what I wore all day today.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm resolved that as I get older, I'm gonna keep trying to feel young, look cool, because I can't stand it when guys get older and they just take on that look of I'm an old man, Buster. I mean, it's one of my least favorite things.
Well, every once in a while, it is enjoyable to like put on a good cardigan and kind of just slip into that role just for a second.
I don't know what that is. Is that a
Old man shoes are great. I will say that shoes without
Mr. Rogers.
Shoes without shoelaces. Those are
yes. Larry knows what I'm talking about.
But no, I had to play that guy just last week. So my law office is downtown Huntsville, and they're doing all this road work, and it's awful.
It is awful.
And they're redoing everything. And a hotel has opened up like right across the street from me. Darrell stayed there. And we've gone round and round. Parking downtown is hell. There's no parking anywhere. And there's all these problems. And they're doing road work on one of the 2 lanes on a Friday afternoon, like at rush hour. And my damn parking lot is full. And I feel like that old guy, the get off my lawn guy. I'm leaving for the day, and I see the valet guy running back across the street, and I says, "Hey," and I was trying to be cool. I was like, "Is that for the hotel?" Of course, he's wearing the hotel valet shirt, so I knew it was. And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, you guys can't park over here," and he says, "Because it's our parking lot," and he says, "Oh, it's just going to be a few minutes, man. It ain't that big of a deal." And then he just kept going. So I got pissed off, and I was like, "Look," I was like, "you need to move the vehicle." I said, "or I'm going to have it towed." And he's just, of course, he's the valet. He's like, "Do what you got to do." And then he's running back over. I couldn't let it go. I go over to the hotel. Of course, I'm just getting off work, so I'm in my 3-piece suit and everything. It's like, I'd like to speak to the hotel manager. and so here comes the manager, and even he doesn't understand. He's like, well, what's the problem? Are you saying that it's taking up? And I just couldn't help but be the asshole. I was like, no, the problem is my parking lot is not there for your convenience. I'm sorry that you chose to put a hotel in an area where there's no parking. Maybe you should have thought about that. And I literally was the get off my lawn. And he's like, well, sir, we're really backed up. It's like, not my problem. I said, I'll tell you what, you can either move the shit or I will have them towed, and you can explain to your guests why they can't get their car. And so he got them all moved. And then I left, and I was just like, God, what a fucking dick. I'm like an old man.
Masquerading as
this old guy in a suit. Get off of my parking lot. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I don't need it, but damn it, screw you.
Do you like it when people call you sir, you guys? I don't like being called sir. I've literally said, hey, call me dude.
Yeah, call me dude. Dude is a good one.
I get it a lot, because of the profession and stuff. I do, I prefer my clients just call me Larry. I don't like the Mr. Marsilli, and it has nothing to do with, it was my father, or anything like that. I just,
that was me. Mr. Hazelrig was my father.
Yeah, I feel more, comfortable just on a first name basis, but in a courtroom setting, you're not going to correct a whole lot of people when they do it, but I don't need that,
Hey, may I ask you, recently there's that guy on death row because you lost.
Yes.
That guy, did they kill him yet?
No, he's not on death row yet. His formal sentencing comes up late August. So
are you handling that?
Yeah, we'll handle the sentencing. I won't do the appeal. We don't do the appeal because one of the things he will necessarily have to argue is ineffective assistance of counsel. I don't take that personally. I'm not mad about that. I understand that that's just one of the things he'll have to argue. I do think that if the judge follows the recommendation and sentences him to death, which is totally under Alabama law, it's 100% up to the judge. If the judge does that, I imagine like EJI, the Equal Justice Initiative, or one of those larger organizations will probably handle the appeal. That's usually what happens, on the death, on the death sentences. I mean, because it's, the appeal's automatic, and I don't want to get into a bunch of legal jargon, but
what is that guy? What did he do?
He was convicted of shooting and killing an older lady during the course of taking her car, a robbery of her vehicle.
Oh, right. So I remember that one, Larry, because you were telling me, I mean, the dude's guilty, but it was more of a technicality of what they were charging him with.
Yeah, I felt, and it doesn't matter what I feel because we had a jury trial, but and I'm fine to talk about it because it's all public record anyway. Our defense theory was absolutely, we knew he was guilty of killing the lady. I personally don't believe it was an intentional killing based on the way everything happened. I think the gun went off, and I'm not saying he should have had a gun there or anything like that. I do think that the gun, the way he explained everything, I don't think that he intentionally shot and killed the lady, which is one of the things they had to prove for it to be capital. Essentially, there was a struggle and the gun went off, and that would have made it felony murder instead of capital murder. And that's the technicality Darrell was talking about. And that was kind of our, theory going in.
Did he seem like a nice idea? What was your impression of his personality? Did you like him, or was he creepy or a criminal type, or what?
So strangely enough, on almost everybody I've ever represented on murder charges or capital murder charges, they're some of the nicest folks. Now you have to understand that when you're in the process of defending them, a lot of times you're about the only person. You're about the only person that's nice to them. So I got along, and I do get along with Warren pretty well. And over the course of a case like that, I've represented him for 4.5 years. So there's quite a bit of history there. I'll say this, and this did not come out in the trial because I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was right for me to put myself in there as a witness, of course. But my daughter, when my daughter died back in December, Warren knew I'd sent my capital clients a letter, not that when she was in the hospital, hey, medical issues with my daughter. I'm not going to be up to the jail, a whole lot over the next few weeks. I have to be going to Birmingham, just kind of explaining to them so they wouldn't wonder where I was. And Warren sends me this letter, and it's like a get well soon card. Now, my daughter had already passed by the time I got the letter, but he didn't know that. And it was actually a handwritten thing to her. Hey, you don't know me. Your dad's my lawyer. I hear that you're not doing well. I'm hoping and praying that you'll get better. It was like really, really nice. And then after he learned that she had passed, he sends me a letter, with his, condolences and everything. And so that's part of the thing when people ask me, on those kind of cases, how do you do it? Or why would you represent somebody that, is guilty or is likely guilty? And, there's a number of answers, but, I guess the short version for me is I just don't think anybody should be forever, remembered for their worst day on earth. Because they have good qualities, as well. Strangely enough, in that case, there's actually a connection that we didn't find out until the, about the middle part of the trial with Darrell on this. I send Darrell a cryptic text and I say, hey, does the name such and such mean anything to your family? And I get a message back and Darrell says, no, why? And I says, well, the hero of our case, the guy that kind of broke everything up and everything, he was, there's a newspaper article saying he was convicted of killing somebody back in the early 80s. And
so wait, hold on. I think I always kind of lost the connection here. How is he involved in your story?
He was one of the guys that was kidnapped earlier and drove away.
So this guy kidnapped.
Okay, look, I'll tell the story real quick. God, I think we went way off.
We did.
So my client went over to his ex-girlfriend's house to have a conversation with her. His intentions were to find out if she was serious about wanting to break up with him, and if so, he was going to kill himself. He wasn't going to hurt her. He goes over to her house. Instead of her showing up, her stepfather shows up with her daughter. Okay? The stepfather is the one in question, Darrell.
Is the guy.
The stepfather and the little girl then, I guess I'm going to say got kidnapped. He takes them, they get in a car, and then he says, basically, take me to where my ex-girlfriend is, and then they go to the other location, which is where, and so what the stepfather did was, as soon as my guy got out of the car, he threw it in reverse, ran my guy over, took off. My guy then panics, sees a lady who is leaving her house, has nothing to do with the dispute or anything, wants her car. There's the struggle. Gun goes off. She gets shot. He gets in her car, takes off after the stepfather. and all that. But the stepfather is the one that got everybody else away. So he's kind of heralded as the hero. But in the early 80s...
Hold on, let me tell this story.
Yeah, because Darrell will know it better than me.
This guy, who is the hero of this story, in 1982, when he was a teenager, 17, 18 years old, was at a party with some friends who, like, either his father or one of the friends' fathers bought them a bunch of alcohol.
It was actually a prominent attorney here in town who's now deceased, and it was the Huntsville High School, not Key Club, but one of those school-sponsored clubs. They were having a get-together, and this attorney bought all the alcohol for it.
Right.
Okay.
So this kid gets trashed, gets in his car, is coming down the mountain, and slams into another car, killing the driver.
Ooh.
The driver was my sister's mother, and two of my sisters were in the car. So I have 4 older sisters. They're half sisters from my dad's previous marriage, and it was Georgia who was killed, their mother, and my sister Carrie and Kelly were in the car.
Okay.
And one of them was pretty badly injured.
They were both badly injured.
Okay, because
My
the
sister
article
Carrie-
said one of them made it sound like one of them might not make it.
I remember the day my sister Kelly came home from the hospital. She had a full leg cast all the way up to her thigh, or all the way up to her waist. And Carrie was really fucked up, and she was pregnant.
Wow.
So, but
Yeah, so I read this article while we're in the middle of trial, and it says Hazelrig.
Yeah.
Well, hell, how many Hazelrigs can there be in Huntsville, Alabama?
No.
And so that's why I messaged Darrell. And, when I just said the guy's name, he's like, no, why? And I was like, who's Georgia? Because that name didn't click with me. That was who was killed, his Darrell's sister's mother.
Technically your stepmom?
Well, no.
Did you call her that, or?
No, I mean, I remember meeting her once.
Oh. You guys are making it really hard to be funny right now.
But then it had his sister's names in it, and I know his sisters.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but it also said, and then Darrell, explained everything to him. So what a small world, I guess my point being that at some point in this guy's life, there were probably people that would have liked to have seen him put to death for what happened. And fast forward, 40 years, and this guy's the hero that saved people's lives, and if he was forever remembered for his worst day, then he would never have that opportunity to, do something positive later.
Nikki Sixx is no sage, but I think you might be a sage. That's pretty insightful, I think.
We just tried to do what we can do, but anyway, that sentencing will be coming up later in August, and I'm not looking forward to it. I've done several murder cases. I've done quite a few capital murder cases. I've never had a jury recommend death.
Just to put a picture in my head, and I preface it by saying, not that it matters. I'm only curious, but is it all right to inquire about the ethnicity of this gentleman?
Sure. He's and that was a huge part of the uphill battle we have when you do a jury trial on a case like this. He is a black male. His ex-girlfriend is a white female, and the lady that was shot and killed was a 67-year-old white female. And it happened. It's as bad as you can get as far as for a jury. She essentially bled out in the arms of her husband of 50 years in the doorway of the home of their gated community. Like, that's exactly that's everybody's worst nightmare. Like crime comes to you when you're not involved.
Suddenly, it's a nightmare, and your whole life comes to a shattering reality.
Yeah, as opposed to the drug deal gone wrong or something like that, where not that anybody ever deserves to be killed, but I've literally had family members of victims come up and shake my hand after trial, say, and basically say, look, we know what kind of life our loved one was living, and we don't hold any ill will for you for doing your job or anything like that. So there's certain cases where people are going to be in that lifestyle, but that was not the case in this one. And I think that was probably the main factor on the jury's recommendation. It was 11-1 recommendation for death, and that's
so he was just trying to steal a car. That was the deal. And then it all like went bananas, and a lady dies. My dad always said to me ever since I was young, a criminal's biggest liability is their stupidity, because they're not thinking what is going to go wrong. They're just like, oh, get this score, and the next thing that happens. And
and what's strange about my client, Warren, in that case, is he was 32 when this happened. To that point in his life, he was a school bus driver with 0 criminal history. Never been arrested for anything.
Yeah.
School bus driver. Those guys are always weird.
Well,
I mean, at least in Adam Sandler movies.
Well, there's that. So, but yeah, that was a rough one. But at the same time, I'm still a firm believer, and I tell young attorneys this, all the time when they want to ask me about winning and losing and all of that, and I say the same thing. So lawyers don't win cases, we don't lose cases, we present them, and sometimes the jury sees it that way, sometimes they don't see it our way.
Sometimes you're taking a born loser, but you're trying to make the least bad outcome out of it, because sometimes. Like a bad situation happens, and then the government or the state comes in and they over-indict and they make a bad situation worse.
Right, and that happens a lot. And like I tell people, when I'm striking a jury, and I'll do this again Monday, I always ask the jury panel, when we're trying to pick who we want to get rid of, I say, anybody want to take a guess at what my job is? And invariably, you'll have 1 or 2 people raise their hand and say, oh, it's to get him off, or it's to prove that he's innocent. And I say, okay, well, I appreciate that, but no.
What do you ask a jury like that in that case? Do you say, are you racist? Do you hate?
Well, no, who's gonna answer that one, right?
I know. I just don't know how. I mean, I'm sure in some cases it's more obvious, but what do you ask the jury pool when you're trying to isolate people out of that?
Well, so it was real easy on the capital case, because we get to use a jury questionnaire. And one of the questions that we asked was, and I'm not getting political, I don't care what people's view are, I just need to know what their view is so I can make good decisions. And it was basically just, what are your views on Black Lives Matter? And
oh, man.
Really? That's a question?
Of worms.
With that answer, and I don't want to be stereotypical because everybody can be different, but you get a pretty broad and pretty accurate depiction on what people's views on race are based on how they respond to that. Okay. And one of the other questions, and this is a trick we do, and we don't get to use questionnaires except for in capital cases, but one of my favorite questions is list 3 people that you admire the most and 3 people that you dislike the most. And I'll just say there are certain names that if they're on the admired the most, they ain't getting on my jury. And
answer that question for me yourself. Who are the 3 people you admire the most, and who are the 3 people you admire the least?
It's a good question. I guess I've never actually been asked that. It'd be real easy. It'd be a lot easier for me to tell you who I dislike the most.
Yeah, for me as well, probably.
I promise I'm not dodging it. I would need to think on it a little bit.
What do you think of Black Lives Matter?
Well, I think I have opinions on Black Lives Matter, and it's like almost every other political issue, and that is that a lot of the I think a lot of the fundamental concept of what a movement is designed to address is important, and it's significant, and it's legitimate, and that the people that get the attention are the radical wackos, and that's what people start thinking, that a lot of people start associating that. It's like I've always said, I'm sure PETA started off, as a great organization with a great, with a great purpose, and now they're a little strange in some of the stuff that they believe. But Black Lives Matter, as an attorney, I can tell you it helps me quite a bit knowing what somebody's view is on it, and the way that they answer it. Some people gave the diplomatic answer of, good in concept. I don't like the way that it's been implicated. And then some people, if their response was all lives matter, and that was what their simple response was to that question, then you pretty much know you pretty much know that they're going to be a white, conservative, Christian, right-leaning individual, most likely. And that did seem to prove true. Same thing with the most liked. If nobody that loved Black Lives Matter had Donald Trump listed as one of their most admired people, and vice versa. So you would have almost everybody
people
go.
are like afraid to admit that. I wouldn't put him in my favorite people, and I'm just being honest about that. But I imagine a lot of people who might like him would be afraid to admit they like him.
Oh, well, and that's why the jury questionnaire is important, because they're not having to answer in front of other people. You would be shocked at some of the responses you get on a questionnaire from people that you wouldn't think would answer questions that way. It's pretty interesting.
I'm not sure how this got all so
sorry.
You guys down the rabbit hole of Sirius. It's my fault.
Can we steer this away from the...
Yeah, let's go to Motley Crue and Vince Neil being not so great live. So I don't know.
You know what? I was walking, doing my morning walk for my physical activity today, and I was listening to Frank Sinatra live at the Sands Hotel in 1966 in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And one of the thoughts I had was, he's so much fucking better than Vince Neil. I seriously thought that. And he really is. It's such a joy to hear it, too, because I'm like, man, I would love it if I could just take a time machine and go see some of these old shows like that. And I was only bringing this up because you guys asked someone prior, what did you listen to today? And it was Frank Sinatra live. And also I listened to Motorhead's album Overkill a little bit when I was fixing my scooter. So
I fucking love Frank Sinatra. I love Dean Martin.
me too.
I love all those guys.
Me too.
I listen to that music a lot.
Me too. I sing it at karaoke.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not as good as Frank Sinatra, but I do some of his songs better than anyone else I've seen at karaoke.
Well, then the next time we do this, we have a karaoke segment. Oh, wait, we can't.
The licensing is shady for that, but
True.
fun. I love karaoke. That's one of the things.
We've done shit like that before.
What if it's a cappella? There's no music.
Interesting.
That would take some preparation.
Yeah.
Maybe tell some of the same jokes.
Or the person singing can have the earbuds with the music so they can hear it.
Oh, that's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly what we need on this show.
Roadkill.
So what are your friends like, Paul?
My friend?
Are your friends like 80s nostalgic Space Cowboy 2K
Donation.
another $5 by the way.
We're raking it in tonight.
And by the way, I guess while we're
raking those loons
while we're
in.
talking about court cases and stuff. Space Cowboy 2K also gave another $5 and said Larry's version of metal is representing people that most lawyers don't want to touch.
Somebody's got to represent them.
But then he said, damn, I miss you guys. I'm so glad to see you guys taking guests. I want in. I don't want a sweet. Oh, I don't have a sweet casting setup, though. You don't need a sweet casting setup. But he does look like a podcaster.
Clearly.
Like, who's this podcasting guy? Who's this fourth guy? He's such a smooth criminal. I don't know why I said
Talking about me?
Yes. Yeah.
Hey now. Thank you.
But yeah, that's Paul. And what is your name again? Because people are like, who's this
I'm
guy?
Paul.
Who's this guy?
That's all for now. Maybe I'll tell you guys more about my history, but it's not about me. I have nothing to promote. I'm not here trying to promote anything. It's just fun shooting the shit with you guys because we're the same age.
But that's why it's fun to like try to dig it out of you.
Person. Yeah, I'm solitary at this age because I'm 48. This week was 3 weeks. I haven't had anything to drink, and I didn't go to rehab, and there was no intervention. I just have spent a lot of time since I was 40 being very sober, which has been good for me in a lot of ways. And there are a lot of reasons of why I appreciate it. Because I used to drink heavily in my younger life between like 21 up to like 35 and 40. I overdid a lot of stuff. I used to go around Italy with a bottle of tequila in my hand, and people knew me as the American, and they would kind of go like that. But then when they'd see the bottle in my hand, they'd be like, what? And it's so stupid. I admit, like, because I was inspired to carry a bottle of liquor around because of Slash. He's carrying around.
Yeah, he always had the.
Yeah, I'm going to carry around silver form of tequila of some kind. And, and I used to sneak bottles in my pocket.
You know, the older I've gotten, the more I look back on a lot of those rocker guys from the 80s and the way they presented their lives. And I gotta say, I think a lot of it was just part of the show. I know there are some people who can be functional, but like, I think a lot of them were just putting on a show. They couldn't have been playing as well as they were and doing their shows. Just fucking slamming booze before.
When I play guitar or something, I have to have some level of lucidity. I don't smoke pot and I don't drink because I want to go up and I want people to think I'm good. But if I'm drunk, I'll screw it all up. I know I will.
Yeah.
So there's this adult responsibility when you do that. But I mean, I was a real drunk though when I was younger. I counted once. There was a period in my young 30s where I was going to the bar like 3 or 4 times a week for about 3 or 4 years. And it was a good time. It wasn't like I was getting drunk and having a miserable time. It was wonderful. But my prostate swelled up to like a grapefruit. And I was like, I better cut this out. Right?
Oh, well, you know, physical ailments like that are a good sign that things should change.
Yeah, I've woken up in the night after heavy drinking binges, having to piss fiercely, but it's an emergency, but I can't go. And so I'm like, that's a good incentive to quit drinking.
Oh, weird.
Not to mention the sledgehammer brain in my mood. Even 3 or 4 days later, my mood is in a dark place, and I'm personally tired of that. So I
will say, after the last live show, I never was one to really much have hangovers, but Sunday I did not feel real well, and Monday I did not feel real well, and that was the first time that it's ever lingered like that.
Spilled over into another day. Yeah,
that was bad.
Wow. Well, I feel good every single day, and now that I'm going to the gym, I feel even better.
I drive by a gym. So
I love working out. There's nothing like the feeling of working out. That's the best high I've gotten since I stopped getting high and drinking.
Yeah, it's super awesome. And by the way, Johnson, thank you very much again tonight he sends $5 and says, "Let's see Paul's moonwalk." If he is
I
criminal.
can moonwalk. I don't really have the space or the room, but I can moonwalk.
Can't do it. You
Why?
can't do it.
Who said I can? I think I can moonwalk.
We can see it right there. See where the
Yeah,
white
that
door
little
is?
crack. If you go out
Yeah,
into the
yeah, yeah.
Moonwalk.
There you go. Moonwalk, moonwalk. Yeah.
Oh, and he's
Here
got
we go.
socks on. This should be a breeze.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
go. Nice.
I can't tell how good it was. It's been since the 80s.
Oh, that was great.
Well,
well, thank you again. I love this kind of ego boost. And I want to bring up Weird Al since you guys were talking about him only very briefly. I'm a huge fan of Weird Al Yankovic, and he has some songs that, even though they're humor based, they're freaking brilliant. And I also have a live recording of him where he and his band are doing an a cappella piece, and it's like one of the most mind-blowing, excellently rehearsed things. And he's funny as hell too, because you brought up the UHF earlier, and I remember loving that as a kid. And dude's giving me a lot of laughs.
Yeah,
love that guy.
And it's wholesome laughs too. It's not like cheap, I don't
Right
know.
and nerdy. Eat it.
Yeah, it's just like
Hardware
realistic,
store.
like good, funny laughs. It's like, I don't know.
Nothing controversial. Well, I
Right,
mean, instead of Party in the CIA, which was sung by Miley Cyrus, he has Party in the CIA. She has Party in the USA, and it's hilarious the things he sings in that song. And he's hard to cover too. I love also Amish Paradise.
Yeah,
That is very funny also.
Yeah, he's never had any kind of like scandal or anything. I mean, right?
True. Yeah, no, he's never done anything where he got in trouble and had to apologize.
No. Yes.
But I've always been like mesmerized by his talent, and I don't care what people think he plays the accordion. I'm Italian, and I have an uncle and a cousin, and my dad noodles around on it too, and I love the accordion. So all these things I love about him, and I've been thinking about buying a Funko doll of him. I have a dumb Funko collection of rock.
I love Funko dolls. I have one right here. Hold on.
You got the Motley Crue ones?
No, I have.
No, I have bobbleheads of Motley Crue downstairs.
Great Scott.
Oh, that's nice. Dr. Brown.
Marty. Yeah. But yeah, I could see a Larry one maybe like that. I could see a Darrell one too, probably.
It would be cool if they made custom ones, right? If they took your likeness and put it on something.
Yeah.
I'd get a Larry one.
That would be cool, except for and I like the Funko Pop stuff too. I've got that crap hanging around. But none of them
48-year-old men.
None of them actually look like the people that they're supposed to be.
Occasionally, the good ones do, and sometimes they are supposed to be someone, and I don't buy them because they don't automatically look like the person that they're supposed to.
Right. Not all of them are great, but
I have an Angus Young one, and it looks like Angus Young. And so do the Lemmy ones. I have like 3 different Lemmy versions.
Really?
Motorhead, and they look like him.
What about the Vince Neil one?
I don't have that.
Like
It's the Shout at the Devil era.
Like a Vince Neil 2022 version?
They don't do one of those.
Yeah, he wouldn't be ready. That would be too big for the box.
JBJ Blaze, Canadian $2.
Better Call Paul.
Better Call Paul.
Do you enjoy Better Call Saul, Larry?
Never seen it.
Oh,
I
wow.
swear,
Such a good
you
show.
need to start it. Just
I
the
think I
first
like
episode.
it better than the
Breaking
original
Bad?
one, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I really like
it is.
Breaking Bad. And
That's the lawyer I want in my life, because I want a conniving, underhanded. How they have superpowers. He and his wife have like superpower conniving abilities, and that's what I need and I want in my life sometime to fix my problems.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to watching it. It's tough to. I mean, isn't there like 3 or 4 seasons?
6.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
it's
that's
a lot.
big.
But I mean, just
there.
the first one. You might get hooked. You might not.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Just taste it.
This is the last season.
And all right, see, so I'll wait.
You need
for
a criminal lawyer, yo.
and then I'll watch it. Sure, I'm not opposed to watching it.
Okay.
That's just a big commitment. 6 seasons. That's
Yeah, but
It's
it all at
one
once.
episode.
it's telling a complete story. That's what I like about it. They're not, they didn't like use up a story and then they're tacking shit on. It's cohesive and really fucking good.
They're so thorough in the way they think out these junctures in the story and how they fit together. It's brilliant. Not like that 80s show you're watching, Quantum Leap. And all those things from that era are so cheesy because they're not written very deeply at all. I feel like they were lazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I never watched Quantum Leap. Was that the one that had a moose in the?
No, that's Northern Exposure.
Oh,
no.
Sorry.
Yeah, it is very just yesterday I was noticing kind of a trope that the writers always write into every single episode. I won't go into all of it, but like me and Kim are sitting on the couch, I'm like, I keep seeing this and that and this thing happen every single episode. Oh, and it always does this and that. I can build a diagram of a Quantum Leap episode, and I'm only in season 2, but I see exactly the formula.
It's contained in one episode, and that's why it doesn't have like a story arc over several weeks, and that's what bugs me about a lot of the 80s shows.
Yeah, it's resolved.
It's a one-off show, and I think they have their place.
Different.
Like for X-Files. Look at X-Files. I never even really cared for the overarching stories. In fact, they fucked that up so many times. There were so many plot holes. They kept changing it along the way, adding shit on that directly conflicted with other stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite bit about the X-Files were the Monster of the Week. The one-off, Mulder and Scully go investigate something, and do they come to a conclusion? Almost, maybe, no, yes. But it was a fun ride.
It can be done.
That's the charm of watching the 80s show. It's that I want to be I want resolution. I want it to just end. I don't want my brain to have any lingering thoughts outside of this show once the credits roll. I want it to be done, and I want to move on with my life. Maybe I want to move on to another 80s episode, another 80s sitcom, but I want it to be resolved. I want the comfort of just being done, right?
Eric,
you don't like cliffhanger? Is that the deal? If there's a cliffhanger, you're like, no.
Yeah, Mandy.
Well, Eric does make a really good point because, I think a lot of people missed the underlying overreaching storyline, the underplot, if you will, of like Married with Children. That had a real story to tell there. And you didn't, at the end of each episode, you didn't, you were really just left hanging on this. Couldn't wait till the next one. So,
yeah.
And that was
I mean, overarching stuff like Ozark or Breaking Bad or any of these like modern shows, like there is quality in that. It's just I feel comfort in the old school, like
one and done
Cosby Show, Perfect Strangers kind of thing. It's like I just want that. Like sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't. Like I enjoy both, but Oh, by the way, Mandy says, Darrell, please don't grow your hair long. America isn't for it, friend.
You speak all of us. You have it. You might as well grow it. Like I'm jealous you have hair.
Yeah, he's gonna do it anyway, Mandy. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, telling me not to do something is a surefire way.
Stop.
Don't keep your hair short, Darrell.
Remember, Darrell, when the principal always told us to cut our hair?
Yeah, in 7th grade.
Yeah, because there was a code.
And we couldn't wear T-shirts that had any insignias on them.
Yeah, couldn't have symbols or words or anything. and your hair couldn't, go past like your collar. Like it couldn't touch the collar. Like that was it. Like really? Like that's just like 3 inches. Nope. So then me and Darrell would walk past the principal. We'd see him. We would tuck our hair in. We'd be like, okay, ready? I'm just walking. I'm cool. I'm just walking. And then I'd look over and Darrell's like, yeah, I'm cool too. I'm cool. We're just cool. And then he's done. Yeah. Anyway, back to rocking and rolling.
Hey, Eric, are you really excited about the new Who's the Boss reboot?
Does that answer your question?
Is that a yes? You are really? Because I have a hard time believing. Part of my draw when I was little was Alyssa Milano because I was crazy about her when we were little.
You mean part of the draw?
Yeah.
Was that the only draw?
Well, I love Tony
Yeah.
Danza. I think he's funny as an Italian and the Brooklyn wise guy persona. He was kind of like the same guy in Taxi. I loved all that about it. And he was for Angela. But I like
Samantha.
So like Alyssa Milano has become this nightmare of a person who's very disturbed and always crying when she's on the internet. And
Yeah, she's
I can't
a
imagine
dramatic-
having to watch her now.
political dramatic doll. I don't know.
Yes, she's
weird.
melodramatic and a little mental. So I can't imagine
I don't
wanting
think
to
I've
watch
seen
it.
her since Charmed.
Judith Light looks good though. For an old lady, she looks really good in my opinion. Still, she's maintained. She has better hair now than she had all through the '80s. That was my problem with Judith Light as Angela on Who's the Boss. Her hairstyle sucked, and that's one of the things that is so dated about the '80s. Have you ever seen Working Girl? Working Girl is a total nightmare. Hey, Larry just bailed out.
I know. I was like, wait,
We
what-
lost
what's his-
Larry.
I think his internet went out. And by the way, Space Cowboy 2K says Darrell is just a few inches away from an English gangster action movie. Why would you want to stifle that? Space Cowboy, you got to call in one of these days, dude. Next time.
Yeah, you need to call in and I'll fucking talk to you like I mean it.
Peaky Blinders. Not bad.
I don't know what happened to Larry. I think his internet went out. My power went out for like 5 hours last night. For no reason.
Man.
Uh-oh.
Oh
It was
man.
weird.
You know what I did
I had
recently?
candles and I had my battery going that I had charged previously with my solar panels. And we were like, eating like gruel from the stove. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was weird.
I
Believed you.
set up that new charging station and redid a lot of stuff in my office. One of the things I did is I bought a battery backup system, and the only thing on it are my router and modem.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And they started doing, were redoing all of the poles up and down my street. So
Oh, really?
the last week, they've been turning the power off
Oh,
constantly.
weird.
And with just those
Okay.
2 units on the battery backup, it'll last for like 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that.
Oh, really?
So
Wow.
yeah, even if we lose power, we still have internet. And
That's
it has
cool.
been, yeah, he said he just texted, lost internet at the house.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Ah.
But
I
yeah,
think we
it,
live in the dark ages.
Yeah, it's- it-
when you say your power goes out, my mind, I'm more like Alex Jones than anything else, and I go, New World Order, blackout.
yeah, it
Green
started.
New
It's
Deal.
begun.
Paris
And then like
Parliament
I
Accord.
immediately grab my shoe and start eating it. I'm like, this is the last
That's
thing
extreme.
I'm ever gonna eat. But yeah, it's really not that bad.
Well, we've been going a super long time, and I have I brought your show tonight to its most depressing climax ever with the talk of death in the court system, and so I should probably let you go.
I guess we'll end the show. I suppose we will. But hey, Paul, always fun when you.
Thank you for having me on again.
Bring us up.
What you're doing.
I enjoy the depth that you bring.
The depth
I mean that earnestly. You come on and lay on some topics.
He means it and earnestly.
I've done a lot of reading and I overthink in life. I think too much about everything. I'm holding back.
Hey, I can appreciate that.
So thank you again, you guys. Stay out of trouble, and we'll have to talk about your sex lives sometime. Because mine is nothing to talk about, believe me.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Sweet.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
And watch that new Beavis and Butthead movie if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll have to subscribe to Paramount for that. So one of these days I will.
Yes. Well, find it on the bay. Pirates might give it to you or something. I don't know. But anyway,
somewhere, somehow I will. I know.
Very important movie.
All right, then. Peace, gentlemen.
See ya. Cheers.
Night, Larry.
He's somewhere around here. Space Cowboy 2K. I will call in. I just don't know how. Well, I think actually.
It's more of a roll the credits kind of time.
Yeah, we'll have that for you next time, and things will be excellent. And here we are at the very end of an episode that was probably an hour and a half longer than normal. Because you know why? I don't know. I'm just asking. You know, I don't know why.
I had nothing. I didn't know why either.
I mean, I feel like it was a really good show. So.
It just that's the way it happened.
And we have all these people that worked on it. Look at all these people.
Oh my God, yeah. Like Marty. Marty worked on the show with Marty.
Marty McFly
worked
on this show. Who knew?
And then Walt. Yeah, good old Walt.
Anybody know who? Johnson. Everybady's like back to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are correct. But you know, another Saturday comes to an end.
It does. It does.
As sometimes they do, and when they don't, it's really weird. Because you're like, why not? Where is Sunday?
Isn't there usually some music playing?
I might go to a movie tomorrow, actually.
Oh my.
That guy right there. Awesome. Thank you, Nat Harvey.
Joel! Dude!
Ooh,
too kind.
First of all,
too kind.
Nat Harvey, thanks for making Saturdays worthwhile. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Joel, you know you didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. Great show. Awesome chatting with you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure.
All of us.
Our pleasure.
So, thank you guys. And this has been another E&D production.
And the greensmith was Kevin Mangan.
So tomorrow, I think I'm going to go watch a movie with my sister called Nope.
Nope.
From
the Beale movie.
Beale. Yeah. So
I know nothing about it.
I don't
seen
either.
A trailer or anything.
Well, I saw a trailer, but it doesn't tell you a lot, which is nice. My favorite kind of trailers.
I think that's
most trailers I have to like turn off halfway through because I'm like, nope, giving away too much.
Yeah, modern trailers, like they just kind of show you the movie.
Yeah, have you noticed the new trend in trailers where they show you a quick, like 6-second synopsis of the entire trailer and then it fades out and then they start the trailer?
No.
Have you seen that? That's a new trend. Yep. If you're cutting a trailer these days, you have to do that. So you have to. So it's the click away thing. It's the YouTube algorithm thing. In 6 seconds, you have to do the entire trailer in 6 seconds. It's crazy. So do a search for any modern movie that's in the theater right now. Look for the trailer. You will find the first 6 seconds being this. Yeah, it's a weird thing. So now when I click on a trailer that's like a modern movie, I'll like close my eyes or I'll hit the M button. Little tip for y'all out there. If you hit the M button, it's M for mute. So it mutes it. And then when I see it fade out, I'll hit M again and then I'll watch the video. Because it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler before the video. It's like, why do that? Anyway. But thanks for everybody calling in. Joel, Mandy, Space Cowboy all over the place. He's going to call in next time, I'm sure. Johnson, of course, in the house. We got Nat Harvey. We got Links. We got Links. What is those numbers? 595. You'll have to call in and tell us what those numbers mean. We got Mandy again. Man, Mandy just went wild. JBJ Blaze, of course. Can't forget JBJ freaking Blaze. Beef at Ship, of course. Man, you guys rock and roll. Okay, we're gonna end the show. We got a little special at the end, so stay tuned. If
As usual.
If not, then don't do it. I think we're gonna do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're like weird little crab dudes. Like, this is what you see at the bottom of the ocean. We're weird freaks. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we'll see you next time on E&D. Bye.
Yeah, I'm coming. Let's go. Uh-huh. Let's go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wonder. Bye.